All right, we're on. What's up, y'all? Take a moment, share the broadcast. Share the broadcast, share the broadcast. What's up, y'all? Wake up. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. Come on now.
There's so much hatred, war and poverty.
Oh, 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 oh.
Wake up all teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children to do the very best you can. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it now, just you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones
What's up, y'all? Good morning.
catch all the hair. They don't have so very long before their judgment day. So won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. The only
Thing we have to do is put it in our minds.
surely things will work out.
They do it every time. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, world.
Just you and me.
Good morning, Chicago. Good morning, world. This is the WVON Morning Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas, in the building. Charles, how you feeling, brother?
Trying to hold it down. Trying to hold it down.
Charles, you are doing better than trying to hold it down, my brother. You are holding it down. You are doing it because we are official. Now, Charles, we got what? We got today and tomorrow, and then we up out of here. Now, I got a sneaking suspicion. We're going to have us a fried turkey tomorrow. Some fried
You got a
turkey.
suspicion? I heard about this.
This fried turkey.
Fried turkey.
Fried hard with salt, pepper, mild. Coming from Harold's number 88.
Harold number
Gobble,
88.
gobble, mofo.
Hey, it's going down tomorrow. It's the WVON Morning Show. I'm your host, Charles Thomas, in the building. Y'all, we getting ready for the holiday. I like to call it Thanksgiving, but some kind of way I feel like I got to give some homage to the people who were not thankful for it. The Native American Genocide Day. You know, it kind of...
Well, I mean, you know, I give thanks. I have a lot to be thankful for.
You know,
I love this holiday, actually, because everybody should be able to celebrate something. I mean, if you woke up and you put your feet down.
oh Lord, Are we getting church? Are we getting
No, I'm not
spiritual?
going to church.
You know,
I'm
when you
just-
put your feet down on the floor and you
Yeah,
say,
you
Lord,
Lord,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for the day. Thank you for putting my feet on the ground, allowing us to see another day. Thankful for another year. Thankful for the WVON Morning Show. Speaking of thankful, gotta say, I'm thankful for my morning show team. Gotta say what's up to Annette Flournoy in the newsroom. Annette, how you feeling?
I'm feeling fine, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm in an alternate reality. I mean, I don't know if there's
Doody
some time
doo doo
shift.
doody doo doo doody doo
Exactly,
doo.
because I could have sworn last week Todd Stroger was here, and he told you and Charles that he wanted to run.
You know what? Are you starting that early?
That's the news department. Yeah.
Did that happen, or am I just having some delusion?
You know what? You know what?
I thought a camera crew was here recording.
Yeah, and he told.
Did you hear about they had us in the news?
Crew in here.
They had us in the news release talking about they was breaking the news report. Charles, you know what? Annette,
I don't know.
Annette was sneaking in on.
It's in me because this
No, it's not
is
you.
weird.
It's not you, Annette.
It's a
It
weird
is.
announcement.
Let me tell you, my brother came in here this morning, and I said, my brother, hold on, wait. Let me do this, because Annette, you are so on point. I don't even know, y'all done threw my show off already, because you started talking about what I'm telling you, we know is the truth, that the WVON morning show sets the news that everybody else reports on.
And let's be fair.
Cliff Kelly.
Cliff reported the story too.
Cliff reported it first.
He reported it first.
Sure did.
Thank you.
Stroger was here twice.
Right.
Twice.
Matter of fact, broke the rules and came back to back.
So why does the headline read on the Sun Times, he's back, double A,
Can I-
triple A?
You know what? Stop.
He's triple A.
No, don't answer, Charles. No. Let me just say this.
Okay.
Because I think that we've defined the social media question of the day. So I don't want you to give your answer just yet, because I think it just came. And I think the insight that you gave me this morning is something that our WVON listeners need to hear. So, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? See, now here we go. Starting already this morning. You know what? I'm ready for a fight too. But
I'm ready for a fight. You know I am.
We just can't take up. But you know we can't take this plane off and get up in the air. You know what? I think we're not on the soul plane today. We on a fighter pilot. We a fighter jet today. We got the Top Gun. So you know what? The musical conductor of the Top Gun. That's right. It is our musical conductor, Miss Sonia Escobar. She is in the building. Charles. Hey, man, great minds think alike, because that right there, this mainstream media, and this Todd Stroger, and this whole, these white folks gonna get enough of trying to tell black folks how we should think and who we can talk to and what we gonna believe. We gonna stop letting them write our narrative. Charles, did you see the picture of Donna Brazile and Sheriff David Clark?
Yeah.
Were you offended? Did you get upset? Did you get out of shape?
Two black folks meeting each other in a situation and saying, "Hey, you're Donna Brazile. Hey, you're David Clark. Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And just talking, and then a photograph is taken, and people begin to try to create a narrative for the photograph, a cut line, if you will, when one really doesn't exist. It's that if I run the street and I saw another black person that I recognized, I would, hey, what's up?
See, Charles, but you know, Charles, that's the point. See how they tried to tell another story out of that? They tried to make Brazil a sellout. Now she a traitor to the party. It's like white folks trying to tell us what to think, who to talk to, when we can talk, and how we can talk. Charles, that's why we do the WVON morning show, to enlighten the black folks and let them know what's going on. Now, we got a lot of stuff going on today, Charles. You know it's a big day, county budget. They cutting $200 million. We got Mayor Emanuel, and the Ron father is releasing his budget today.
Right.
Hey, man, they're saying it's going to cost us, since Ron has been mayor, it costs you $1,800 more to be a Chicagoan.
Average.
Oh, you know what, Charles?
That's
and you
median
that
cost. For a lot of people, it's cost $4,000, twice that and more, who are very, they're just average folks. I'm not talking the rich.
Man, then, Charles, I don't know if you saw in the national news, a federal judge has blocked sanctuary cities across the country.
As a permanent injunction. In other words, he took a temporary injunction and made it still can be appealed. Keep that in mind. I mean, the headline was a little bit misleading by using that word permanent.
So you know what? I'm going to ask you to break that down when we come back, because I think it has some other ramifications, especially with this thing that they just said about the people going back to Haiti. Charles, we got a great show for the people today. City budget, county budget, plus Me Too strikes Again.
And again.
Hey, man.
And again.
You know what, Charles?
I don't know about you, man. I'm worried. I mean, 'cause I'm trying to go back over 45 years of I'm back 50 years of pubescence.
Hey, bro.
You know,
I want to know when does the clock actually start? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about it all when we come back. It's the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Charles Thomas. We'll be right back.
More of the morning show with Maze Jackson coming up.
Yeah, man, ever since my business stood up, man, I'm worried, man. Aren't you worried? I mean, ever since a young lady brought a twinkle into my eye, have I done anything? Have I reckless eyeballed somebody? No,
reckless eyeballing is
reckless
not on
eyeballing.
the list.
Is that a crime?
For Emmett Till it was.
Well, but I mean, I'm talking about in the workplace. If you reckless eyeball, if one of your workmates go by and you go, damn, is that a problem?
Don't do it. Probably is. If she heard you.
If she heard me say, damn. Right? That's
if she heard you, that's a problem. That is a problem.
Man, I don't know, man. That's a problem. Reckless eyeballing.
All right.
I don't know, man. Yeah, man, because I've done some reckless eyeballing.
Let's say what's up.
I tried to be sneaky about it, you know. You ever done that?
What?
Where if there's a very attractive woman, particularly one and what you do is you like make your move early.
So you anticipate, you look ahead. It's like you leave.
You see her coming. And you say, oh,
let me look over here.
Look over here so you see walk back. You're already there, see?
No, I don't do that.
That's what you call reckless eyeballing.
Let's say that.
But that's careful reckless eyeballing.
I don't do that.
Well, you don't do that?
I don't do that.
You don't reckless? Oh, you?
I don't do that.
I've done that, you know, but I just wonder if I get in trouble for it.
No, let me tell you. Check this out, right? So I told y'all that all my game came from the movie Purple Rain. So I was a blend of Prince and Morris Day. So this is what I would do. Like, you remember that scene in Purple Rain when Apollonia was in the movie theater and he just came and stood behind her and she just felt really uncomfortable and he just stood there and she was like, I could feel him behind you, and he just stood there, and then when she looked, he was gone. That was my game, right? And then what I realized was all the women thought that I was crazy as hell. So they would be like, stay away from the stalker dude when he comes to the party. Hey, man, it took me a long time to really get it together. I mean, can you imagine me trying to be Prince and Morris Day at the same time, right? So I was trying to be the shy introvert at the same time that I was trying to be the outgoing. Did you ever see Purple Rain?
Who hasn't seen Purple Rain?
So I tried to be
5 times, 6 times.
Man, I know every word to the movie. I'm telling you, I thought I was Prince and Morris Day at the same time. I saw that movie right at the beginning of my pubescence. And then when she got in Lake Minnetonka, I was like, now that's game, right? And I was like, I gotta learn how to do that. How can I get somebody to be like, I need you to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka? Oh, straight up, Nate, did you say the same height, dog? Nate, be for real, dog. It ain't like you 6 feet, Joe. Really? You want to get smart? Hey, man, I'm taller than Prince. I know that for a fact. How y'all doing this morning? WJ, what up, WJ? What up, Nate? What up, Henry? So let me ask, WJ and Nate, are y'all watching the show at the same place in the same time, or y'all watching it in different rooms? I also am curious to know how many different ways do you watch the show? Do you take the show in? I was talking to somebody yesterday and they was like, this show, watching this show, dealing with this show is a struggle because I'm trying to get ready for work. So I got it on my phone, my iPad, somewhere in the car, whatever. Tell us about your struggles. Tell us about the different ways that you take in the WVON morning show. Are you watching it on your Facebook Live? Well, obviously you're watching on Facebook Live. Is it your iPad? Is it your mobile phone? It's pretty cool to look at the stats behind it all. Like when you look at the back end, because the back end will tell you how many people are watching via mobile phone, how many are watching via computer, how many are watching via iPad or some other unit or the stick or whatever. What's up, Nanette? What up, Nate? What up, WJ? What up, Patricia? What up, Amina? What up, Sharon? Nate, don't come for me again, Nate. Hey, man, I got the mic. Remember, I can talk. You can't. You can only type. Blue Fire, you know what I'm saying, Mark.
Very mellow, right, fellas? Yeah. You know, if you ain't got no money, then you ain't got jack. Check it out, right? Now, righteous is the way I live. That's how I gotta live. A girl don't seem to want you unless you got something to give. But that's not positive, and it's a trip. The younger girls are sweating, the gangs, the older ones are...
Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk of Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas, in the building. Charles, before we left, we were talking about David Clark, Donna Brazile narratives. But Charles, it got me to thinking about this sanctuary city in Trump. And I saw yesterday in the news that a federal judge has made sanctuary cities permanent in the United States.
No, he issued a permanent injunction against the Trump administration trying to remove funding from individual cities. Because keep in mind, the president's effort had been stalled by a temporary injunction. The federal judge made the temporary injunction permanent. Now the Trump administration is going to appeal to the next level, the Court of Appeals, where they're going to hear it again. Now, ultimately, this could end up in front of the United States Supreme Court if the Trump administration should lose again and appeal again. So it's not over yet. I mean, and I think that is what I think people have to understand. I'm not a lawyer, believe me, but a permanent injunction at a federal district level can be appealed to the Court of Appeals. And that's what they indicated in these news stories.
Oh, so it's not over yet.
No.
It's not over yet.
Not over yet.
Oh, okay, got it. So, Charles, because I was thinking, I saw that, and then coincidentally, I saw that Donald Trump was removing the temporary sanctuary for Haitians here in the United States, saying that, what was it, like 100 and something thousand?
There was 60,000.
60,000.
Who were granted some temporary residence here because of, I believe it was the earthquake or some natural disaster in Haiti, and they were given this temporary residence in the United States, and he is taking moves now to revoke that, send them back to Haiti, I presume. Now, is that race? Do you think that's racially motivated? I saw somewhere that it said that he basically said that the conditions have returned in the earthquake. They've rebuilt Haiti and they can go back. That's what he's saying. But you know what I'm interested in seeing? What? Is whether or not the white liberals will go to bat and go to fight for these Haitians the way they have gone to fight for Central American. I was gonna say, is this anything like Dreamers? Right. I mean, I want to see, are they going to fight for these Haitians the way they have fought for people from Guatemala, Mexico, Honduras, Salvador, the ones that have come from Central America who are undocumented? I mean, and why not? Why shouldn't they fight for them as well? But we'll see. You know what? This takes me back to our interview with our Attorney General nominee, Kwame Raoul, when we asked him about sanctuary cities and this whole... he said his family was Haitian immigrants, but he was waffling on the answer. He didn't really... Yeah, he waffled. That was when he went to check me. But I think this would have been a great opportunity for him to have been pro this situation. Speaking of that, man, have you heard anything about the Attorney General's race? Have I heard anything about it? Yeah, I heard yesterday. So, there was petitions being turned in, and I'm hearing... Not looking very good for your guy right now. For who? For Attorney General nominee Kwame Raoul. Really? Why, he didn't have very many petitions? He didn't have very many petitions. He got them out late. And, the financial support that he thought was going to be there has not come through. I think they kind of propped him in. Well, but I think, too, as you know, the petition game, it all comes down to whether or not you can challenge a candidate's petitions, and does he have enough support in the party to preempt any challenges? And he appears to have significant support in the higher ranks of the Democratic Party, so maybe they can preempt any challenges, because challenges take money too.
I think it's the challenges, but I think it's the challenges, and it's actually the getting the actual requirement, because oftentimes it's the number. It's usually 3 times the number.
Yeah, but if you need 5,000 signatures and you come in there with 7, which isn't a lot, but those 7 aren't challenged, you can get on the ballot.
But if you got infinite money with Penny Pritzker and blah blah, I'm just telling you, it's looking crazy out here. There was a lot of what do you call it? When people have butterflies in their stomach yesterday, as the numbers were coming in, the numbers weren't coming in the way that everybody anticipated. So there's probably going to be an all call to hit the streets again. I'm guessing is what's going to happen. Man, Charles, you see in the news, man, this Me Too thing just won't quit. They got Charlie Rose. Charlie Rose?
I like Charlie Rose, man. He's one of my... He's one of the guys that, as a journalist, I look up to. That I say, Charlie Rose, he's one of the good ones. One of the good guys. But, man, he's been walking around naked in front of people.
Apparently, he wanted people to look up to him for real.
Man, Charlie Rose.
Charlie Rose?
Man.
Charlie Rose, Charles. And then, the man, we were over here lamenting Charlie Rose, but it was all good, because we was like, every time one of these things come out, I'd be like, glad it wasn't a brother. Glad it wasn't a brother. Here come the man. Talk about some John Conyers got it too. Dang, man.
They can get anybody for a lot of stuff, man. As you read these things and you're a male who's worked in a professional setting with women, you have to go back over the years and say, well, did I ever do anything out of order? I don't think I did, other than maybe some reckless eyeballing every now and then, because I'm a heterosexual male, and
that's turning into be a bad thing these days.
Exactly,
they trying to cut it off, man.
But I don't think I ever did anything, man.
Charles,
but they're making everybody think.
Let me just say this. So this is the question, Charles. This is the social media question of the day. Can we establish some ground rules for Me Too? No, I'm just saying, for all the men out here who won't, Charles, I see you making the face. I see you being like, hell, I don't want to go down this path. But Charles, I'm just telling you, I really think that it is important, and I need women to call in and tell us what the rules are and how far we go back. What are the rules for the Me Too prosecution? Because I'm telling you, this could turn into a tribunal.
No, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. I know that. People going to call me, they're going to say things about it. But I can't believe that in all...
Oh, God, don't say it. Wait. Oh, God. Oh, God, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Has never
don't do it.
In the history of professional workplace, a woman who tried to seduce a boss to get advancement.
Ladies and
gentlemen, to tell me that never, ever happened.
You know what?
Okay, I said it.
Oh, God.
I said it.
Ladies and gentlemen, and when you come back, do you know what? On this note, that's one that Charles said. We'll be back after news, traffic, and the weather.
Live from the WVON newsroom, here's our news now.
Oh, our Facebook Live. Come on, Facebook. Don't do that.
High of 43 degrees. Temperatures falling throughout the day into the low 30s. Good morning. I'm Enna Flournoy, and here's what's happening. A Chicago police officer is heading to prison for 5 years for firing 16 shots at a group of teens on a joyride in an alleged stolen car. Acting U.S. Attorney Joe Levin.
This was a case where a police officer knowingly
Hey,
violated civil rights of the people who were in that car on that day.
The incident was captured on dash cam video back in 2013. The sentencing judge called Marco Pirano's actions unjustified and said that they were a slap in the face to other police officers who work hard to serve and protect. Chicago aldermen are expected to approve Rahm Emanuel's 2018 proposed budget today. The spending plan raises taxes for a 6th time in 7 years. His budget includes a 20-cent hike for Uber and Lyft rides and a $1.10 a month increase in the 911 phone tax. Emmanuel also wants to raise the amusement taxes for concerts, comedy shows, and plays at venues with more than 1,500 seats. And some last-minute negotiations could change the shape of the budget that the county board is expected to vote on today.
The county budget had to be reworked after the repeal of the pop tax left a $200 million hole. Board President Tony Preckwinkle proposed dozens of layoffs, including 180 each for the courts and the sheriff. But those numbers started to shift after Chief Judge Tim Evans objected publicly to cuts in the public guardian's office.
This debacle, it is a debacle.
All right, y'all, we back.
And it's going to hurt people who desperately need help.
His complaint was heard, but the final number of layoffs and where they'll fall is still being determined.
Take a moment, share the broadcast.
NBC News Radio, Chicago.
And with just 2 days left until Turkey Day, fire officials are sending out a warning. Hot oil and open flames do not mix. Keep that in mind if you're planning to fry a turkey this Thanksgiving. The Illinois State Fire Marshal
let's let them. Let's do 7:30.
The fire marshal says,
yep, let them talk about what's going on at the school.
Who are all these people? Should I just
LSC.
Should I just have them all call in?
Yeah, you
So I'll call them now and tell them to call in.
And don't have too many, just 2
never leave the
people.
bird
I don't know
or the
who the
fire
best people are.
unattended.
Get the
And
LSC
use a
president.
fire extinguisher if
The
needed,
LSC.
never
And
water.
get
Well, that's a look at our news.
maybe
now
get
on
Dorothy again.
1690 WVON
or
Sports.
get 2. Just talk to her and ask her who the best ones are. I don't know. I mean, I met the LSC president yesterday.
WVON Sports, NFL
Does she believe that everything's cool said?
No, hell no.
And we're gonna do this at 7:30.
Yeah.
Is there anybody who can say that school is safe? That there's not any rats in it?
Ooh, we got the shit. We should tell him to find them.
Well,
Tell
that's
them to
what
call
we need. We need
CPS.
Somebody to say that, hey,
It's all good. Oh, got it. Here, you got the camera. Damn, everybody went away because they couldn't. The signal went down.
oh, signal's back. We're is signal back? Okay.
Qualified Heating, black-owned and operated for over 30 years, specializing in furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. Whether you need repairs right away or maintenance, Qualified Heating is who you need to call. Find it and make sure.
Hey, y'all, take a moment, share the broadcast. We are back. Woo, we done went to Zippo.
All for $69.90. That's not all. Say WVON, the customer appreciation special, and receive a Goodman Heating unit for
Okay, y'all, we are back.
for only $1,490.
Oh, I see where y'all went to YouTube, but we're back on Facebook Live. So take a moment, share the broadcast, let everybody know we're back. Let them know we are back. Take a moment, share. Hit your share button one more time. Let's get those numbers back. Y'all have me have a nervous breakdown when I get these low numbers like this. This is pre-April numbers.
That's 708-283-4695, where you receive quality service at affordable prices.
At United Fidelity Bank, our mission is to assist you in meeting your financial goals. Our new home
What up, Edward Muhammad?
realize your dream of new home ownership. The new home mortgage offers down payment options as low as 5% and interest rates as low as 2.0%. Compare rates and then make the switch to a bank that is here to help you. United Fidelity Bank, a percentage rate of 2.214%, subject to credit approval. Property insurance is required. Contact lender for down payment assistance options. For additional cost information at 1-800-280-8280. All programs subject to change without notice. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This traffic report is brought to you by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their families put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. WVON, traffic and weather now.
On the west side, for about another half an hour, Madison Street will remain shut down eastbound and westbound between Ogden and Gracie for road construction. CTA is currently still rerouting another 20 buses. Checking your travel time. Bishop Ford, pretty much heavy now. 27 minutes from I-89 towards Lion. Slow from 130 all the way in. I-57 will take you
All right, what's up, y'all? Take a moment, share the broadcast. What up? Dennis Evans, you really need to be a writer.
Reckless eyeball.
Natasha, what up? Deborah Thomas, what up? Denise Sims. unbelievable, WVON, unbelievable with this Facebook, with this social, with this. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, the National Weather Service says, starting out at around 43, but temperatures are going to fall today into the mid to low 30s and will remain that way for the remainder of the day. Tonight, cloudy, gradually becoming clear, going down to a chilly 25. Then tomorrow on Wednesday, sunny with a high near 34. It's 43 degrees in Austin, 43 at Midway, and 43 here.
Still struggling to get back on.
Now to look at traffic and weather now. I'm in upload only on the Taco Chicago, 1690 WVON.
WVON lineup, chat room, blogs, photos, podcasts, and more on the World Wide Web at WVON.com.
Facebook Live is down. YouTube is
Yeah,
up.
again, I ain't having it. It ain't happening.
YouTube Live is up. Facebook is down. YouTube is at 100 viewers almost. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas, in the building. Now, Charles, you know we broadcast live on Facebook every day, but we having a little hiccup. So if you are looking for the Facebook Live broadcast, you're going to have to go to the YouTube, go to WVON's Facebook page, and you can get our YouTube Live. But Charles, social media question of the day. Can we establish some rules for Me Too?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Charles, I feel like there are so many men, and ladies, please, don't get offended. I think really what I want to do is be able to provide some insight for the brothers that are out here who are worried and not sure about how to operate in this new environment. Now, I in no way, shape, or form am I suggesting that we should protect sexual harassment, sexual anything that is bad, but I am suggesting that I feel like the rules of engagement are rapidly changing, and Charles, they go way back. I mean, there's no statute of limitations, right? 40 years, somebody can go back. And so for the brothers out here who are a little nervous, Charles, I want to know, are there rules?
You know, there aren't any rules right now, and there aren't going to be any rules. This comes under the heading media feeding frenzy, and you know, it's going to have to die out on its own, really, because right now, again, everybody's looking for the story about one public figure or another to get them involved in this thing. And it could have happened 40 years ago, and they're bringing it up like it happened last week. And I think that is extraordinarily unfair, because that doesn't allow any room for redemption by people who may have done this stuff. I mean, maybe they did. But were they still that way?
But do they have to? I mean, when you say it offers no redemption,
right? No opportunity for redemption. Maybe the guy hadn't done anything else in 30 years, but he's gone on to become, you know, a valued member of the community, of the media community or political community. Maybe he's gone on, maybe he's reformed, but it doesn't allow for any of that. It goes back and gets something that the statute of limitations would have expired on decades ago, and they're being held accountable as though it happened last week. Man. And as long as it's a good story, hey, they'll go with it.
But Charles, what about the women that were actually affected, whose lives may have been permanently impacted? You know, if someone get you in the biscuits at 17, 18. I mean, maybe.
Well, I mean, but I don't think all these cases are that extreme. I mean, like that. I mean, this guy, Roy Moore, and the 14-year-old girl. You know, that's outrageous. That is outrageous. But I think that's more outrageous than some of the other cases that we've heard about lately.
So, see, for me, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there needs to be like some, like, to your redemption process, Charles. I was sitting around and I was taking some notes, and I was thinking, like, is it possible that we could get like a rule book of what exactly is acceptable, not acceptable, what is a prosecutable offense, and can we get some sentencing guidelines? Right? Like, can we get some sentencing guidelines in advance? So, like, cause again, right? Like, is there one for like reckless eyeballing, and you made somebody feel uncomfortable?
Right.
But then is there another level? Like, is that a level? And then is there a level for like the grope? Right, like you accidentally, you know, or the brush.
See, I don't know if you're being.
No, I'm saying no.
Serious?
Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that, bro, when they say you have been accused of a sexual, like, what's the difference between sexual harassment, sexual misconduct? Because I mean, bro, these things can splash you forever. So if you brushed against a woman, it's different than if you just went for the gusto. Right? And if you did the Donald Trump, right, you went all the way in for the biscuits. That should be different.
I agree.
No, I'm saying you're laughing.
But there doesn't seem to be that kind of distinction being made.
That's my point.
Okay.
My point is, when they say you are guilty of sexual harassment or something, like, the immediate thing is everybody's thinking Roy Moore now. Right? So you say you have, now the Me Too thing, I want to be clear that I am in no way, shape, or form defending sexual harassment of women. What I am saying is, clearly what the norm was is not. And I'm not saying it was right. But I'm saying that if it was okay for 40 years, or not okay, but everybody was quiet for 40 years, then you got to understand that as people start to adapt to this new life, this new world, you gotta tell them how we operate. Because again, I still think of that movie, man, where you grab her and you hug her and she's like, no, I don't want you. And then the music plays. Da-da-da-da. She lifts up her leg, she throws her head back and she kisses you, and you feel like, I did it like the movie. That, my friend, will get your ass in jail right now. So,
without a doubt.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Without a doubt.
But you have been in the movie trying to be like romantic, and now like the romantic stuff that you seen in the movies is like illegal.
But what if you ask a coworker out on a date and you're, you know,
and you ugly?
Huh?
If you're ugly, that's sexual harassment.
You ask her out on a date. I mean, is that? And she says, yes. And then she goes. And then the next time you ask her out on a date, she says no. Is that sexual harassment?
See?
And then you ask her again, she says yes.
See, you got us in a conundrum, man. This is a conundrum. What? And then they're going to be talking about, then this is what's going to happen. It ain't no good men out here. You know what? Ain't no chivalry. A brother won't, you know, I'm scared to open the door because I don't want to be sexual chauvinistic. Do you say you look nice? Oh, those are nice shoes you have on. Right? But you know what? I don't have this problem because you know the only person I'm complimenting? Commissioner Carrie K. Steele. That's it for me. I'm out the game. So I ain't tripping. But I'm just saying. Charles, I think that I'm taking the bullet for all the brothers right now. Because I know his brothers sitting out confused, but you know if you say a word.
They thinking about all the years they've been working and what did they ever do?
Look, and they, right?
Right.
They going down the list like, and is there money attached? Man, Charlie, I'm just telling you. All I'm saying is, I'm trying to see if I was sexually harassed. I'm thinking back like, ooh, maybe, you know. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Talk of Chicago. When we come back, we'll take your calls. But we need some rules to Me Too? Can you help us establish the ground rules for what Me Too? What are the rules to get a Me Too charge? 6:47. We'll be back after traffic and the weather.
Morning Show with Maze Jackson.
Okay, y'all, take a moment, share the broadcast. We got a better call.
No, but I tell you, man, it's a lot, man. I know of women, man, who have like gone for the gusto, you know, gone for it, you know, and like, I mean,
did they get it?
huh?
Did it work?
Did it work?
Does it work? So let me ask you.
But I mean, I think it has. I'm sure it has. I mean, I know that there are women that I've worked with that I know have dated guys that were working there too. I know of marriages that have occurred, man. Marriages in the office between co-workers, man. They're very well documented, man. You know, what's her name? Jay Levine was married to Marianne Childers, right? At some point in time, that relationship began, and it began in Channel 7. Now, who was in charge of what and who and how? I don't know the dynamics of the relationship, but they eventually got married, and they are continuing to be married and live happily ever after. And I know other Cheryl and Jim Rose were married.
Yeah, but that's not like a...
Well, it is, because they're in that dynamic could have gone very, very wrong. Jim had been there many years. She just came. I mean, that dynamic could have gone very wrong. You don't know.
That's true.
But
that's true.
like, and but I know, man, I might know of a half dozen incidents just at Channel 7, very public, where the people got married or they were dating and they broke up.
See, I see you saying central, but y'all missing the point, because there's no, like, the people that I have pursued were always no initially, right? So if Carrie was no initially, how do I continue to pursue her and we get to the point that we get to? It's me continuing to call. It's me continuing to show up and do nice things. It's me being like, damn, is this Negro out here? Dang, he won't give up. What happened to persistence? See, now persistence could be jail time, right? What happened to fight for your woman? Man, you saw across the room and you spent a year wooing her. That is sexual harassment.
If she works with you,
no, but I'm saying in the way these Me Too joints could be, she could. That's you talking about employee workplace. I'm talking about
I think that's what we're talking about here. We talking about
no, because if you think about Me Too, Charles, I think because Roy Moore didn't work with.
Well, Roy Moore, that case is what kicked it off, but that case is different. See, I don't think Roy Moore. There's a lot of stuff about what they say about Roy Moore is purely political.
But that's what I'm
purely political. This ain't about what's happening, what they talking about now.
What I'm saying is
now is not political. It's just
what I'm saying is Me Too is a catch-all. It is. If you have ever been sexually harassed, Al Franken didn't work with the girl in the news place who he's accused of harassing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. You know.
But he's getting accused of the Me Too. I'm saying
because he's a United States Senator now.
I'm saying, but that's because it's political. But it's gonna move from it's gonna move from Hollywood and politics to other places.
It has already.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas, in the building, and we are talking Me Too. I'm just asking, can we get a rule book or some sentencing guidelines on how Me Too works?
That's a great rhetorical question, but the fact of the matter is that's not going to happen. Because this isn't about the law. This is about culture. And it ain't good. There's not going to be any rules.
It is got to be some rules.
There's not going to be any.
Do you understand? But Charles, here's my again. There's a difference between. See, I feel like they're changing the rules. So we were just talking about Roy Moore, right? Let's talk about Roy Moore real quick. They've now changed the narrative from him talk. I'm gonna move the 14-year-old one out. I'm gonna go to the 16-year-old.
Right. The ones that legal.
16 is legal in Alabama. There's a law that says that. So it says he's not breaking the law if he does that. I am not defending Roy Moore. But now the narrative is he was chasing teenage girls, right?
To validate the 14-year-old, to make it plausible.
And so all I'm asking, and again, not for Roy Moore, I mean, they just went and got John Conyers. John Conyers was trying to pay his assistant.
He was trying to pay her.
He was trying to pay her.
He wasn't begging, he was buying.
He was like, right, not begging, buying.
Got it.
All of these things are the same as being categorized as the same as someone who said, "Ooh, baby, ooh, you look nice. Do fries come with that shape?" You know what? See, now if that is a Me Too,
that's a Me Too.
Fries come with that shake is a Me Too.
That's
damn.
That's a Me Too.
Bro, I didn't use
in
that.
the workplace. That's a Me Too.
Fries go with that shake is a Me Too.
You looking at her? If she's working there too, and you say that, no, that's out of order.
I mean, I was working at McDonald's. I couldn't say it. When I worked at McDonald's, that was my game.
Yeah, that was Me Too. That was a Me Too movement. And if you was the manager, which you were, right?
Yeah, you know I was the manager.
Definitely a Me Too.
Even if I was working fries?
That was me.
Okay, let's go to Cynthia. Cynthia on the talk show. Cynthia, can you help the brothers out, man? Because we just want to be clear. No disrespect at all. Help us.
Let me help you out real quick. If you're a grown man and you're approaching a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, I don't care if it's legal at 16, then you need to go to jail because you're just trifling, okay? Now, if you are away from your home for 2 days and you consent to having oral sex with a man.
Dang.
But then, because you didn't want to do vaginal sex,
oh my God,
I'm having a problem with that being rape. Okay.
Cynthia, you just
you need to go sit down somewhere. Now,
let Cynthia tell it.
To me, but that's how I look at it. Do people flirt? Do men flirt on the job? Of course they do. My whole issue is, I don't know if it's true or not, but I just don't understand why it would take you 40 years to come out to say that some man did something to you 30, 40 years ago.
Because it's an election. It's an election coming up, and so I'm saying that during these times.
But you know what's offensive about that?
What?
There are women out here who have actually been raped, who have been molested, okay? And then they're they're looked at as the victim. And so that's the problem that I see with this.
Cynthia, I feel you. Let me ask you real quick. So am I in trouble for saying do fries go with that shake even if I worked at McDonald's? Is that a Me Too? Would you be offended? Would that be a Me Too?
It depends. If I liked you, then no.
See, that's why we need rules. See, so I could say fries go with that shake to the right person,
if
but
she
the
liked you. What if she didn't like you?
See, that's why I said if you ugly, you can catch a Me Too real quick. Janice, you on the talk of Chicago?
I'm going to say this to Charles first. Charles, this is a bench trick. June LaFontaine was on the board. They had a white woman there named Susan Cunningham, who was married to a black man. It covers everything in this one. She was going with the the president of the company. And these older white men said she wasn't that smart. They just couldn't keep her. And you know, come out to be true?
What?
They had private questions and found her at his house. And she said she was toughing the child study for the ACT test. Later on, he married her. Look that one up because I will never forget that case. Those all white men were calling the truth. They lost their jobs and everything. And let me say this. Go to what Jimmy Walker said and Mr. T. They couldn't find it so they started making money. And now the women was falling all over.
See? Charles, I'm telling you, it's got to be some rules to this Me Too. Anthony, what you say, man?
Hello. Well, you got to always look at it like if that was my baby sister or my baby daughter, something like that. You wouldn't want nobody doing them like that.
Okay, but see, Anthony, there's a flaw in that. The flaw in that one is, like, what about your wife? Like, you gotta. Hey man, there's a lot of stuff that I probably would say to my wife that I would never want to say to my baby sister or my. So I don't know if that always works. Again, Charles, see these two women that called, they put the onus back on the women, right? Look, she said, well, I said, Charles, because I was pretty good till I thought about do fries go with that shape.
I'm waiting on the story. I'm waiting on the story that is about a
Don't
man,
say it,
about
man.
a woman.
Don't say it.
About a man who's going to say me too. I'm waiting on that story because you can't tell me that in all these decades of men and women sharing the workplace and being in the workplace that there's never been a Me Too in reverse.
There was. Remember the Me Too story in state government a few years ago?
No, I don't.
You don't remember about the chief of staff that was the driver and the lady said,
no,
you got to sleep in the... Oh, I'm going to pull it up for you because it was a real Me Too story in state government. But, y'all, Alabama, rules done changed, y'all. I don't know. You know, that used to be my game. Do fries go with that shape? Now you telling me I could go down for a Me Too case. Can I get a mea culpa now? Can I just turn myself in? And can you just give me, can you be light on the sentencing? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the WVON morning show. I mean, you too, Charles?
No, I'm looking. I'm just reading comments.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back after news, traffic, and the weather.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
All right, y'all, what's up? Dang. So I see clearly you all migrated to YouTube Live because you definitely want to keep watching the show. So it's funny to see the numbers juxtaposed today. So we got 94 on YouTube and 58 on Facebook.
But is Facebook still back up?
Yeah, Facebook is up. So, ladies and gentlemen, take a moment, share the broadcast, let everybody know we're back up. What's up?
So I'm just fries with that shape, that really work?
Yes.
At McDonald's, man.
Yeah, for really for fries and the
at
shape.
McDonald's,
but I think you step outside of McDonald's, you're gonna be like,
hey, man, you know,
you crazy.
Talk about sucker.
He was making $12 an hour. She was making $8, and he brought.
Yeah, I was like,
he
I
brought
could promote
serious
you.
game.
I could promote you.
Right, he could
so
promote
I could
her.
promote you to the grill.
He promote you to the grill. Look, take it from somebody who's been there. I know a good story when I see a good story. And this is a good story. This is a story that has legs. We used to say, when does a story have legs? The whole Me Too story has legs. Everybody going out looking for Me Too stories to do. And that's why you're seeing them on the air. Nobody wants to really ask some of the questions that Maze is asking because the stories are too good right now. The editors are eating the stories up. And everybody putting these stories out. That's why you haven't seen a story that shows Me Too in reverse. You know, a guy who may have lost his job on a Me Too tip or may have felt that he had been discriminated against or felt that maybe there may have been a gold digger in the office who was trying to advance her career by trading sexual favors. You don't hear about that. I'm sure that's happened. But it's not the story right now. You get what I'm saying? Ain't the story. It's a story. And that's the way the news media works. And so this is gonna have to die out on its own. The flame is gonna have to people are gonna have to stop being interested in it, and then it'll go away. People will learn a lot from this experience, certainly. But that's what it is. I mean, it's a media feeding frenzy.
Oh, Terry Crews, right. Him too.
Yeah, the gay thing is in there too. But, yeah.
All right, y'all. What up, Tamiko? What up, Kang? What up, Sandra? What up, Daryl Stiff? What up, Antoine? What up, Shonda Sunshine? What up, Dennis? YouTube, I never show y'all any love. I'm so sorry. What's up, YouTube? How y'all feeling over there? Let me go over here. Let me start here. Shout out to Anthony Robinson, Michelle Flagg, Corey, Matt, KM Milton. What up? Look at all y'all over here. Dennis Evans, what you double duty, man? What up? Phyllis. What up, TT? What up, Professor?
The CPS is trying to get us somebody in the event that they can't. They sent us the letter that they're sending to all the parents.
Oh, really? All right, y'all, we're going to be talking Mollison. Okay, I'm sorry. Showing love to YouTube. What up, Lola Cola? Lola Cola, what up, Scott? What up, Felicia Muhammad? What up, Professor? What up, Nate? What up, Kang? What up, Reese? Gaming, you're gone. What up, Aurora Consulting? What up, Scott? Aurora Consulting, TT, Lucas. Carl Kirk. Salim Muwakil. Let me tell y'all what. That's funny. Y'all, look, everybody done flipped over to YouTube. Y'all can come back to Facebook if y'all want to. It's easier. The reason I don't show love on YouTube as much is because I can't see the comments. They don't stay up on my screen. On YouTube, I can see the name. So y'all come on back so I can see y'all too. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all gonna run these up. Can you do me a favor while you're on the YouTube channel? Can you please subscribe to the YouTube channel and share the broadcast? It's much easier to share outside of the universe on YouTube. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. We are about to talk. Did y'all see the Sun-Times front page is telling us he's back? Didn't we tell y'all that last week? We said this last week. I also want to point out the picture. When you get the paper, look at the picture of Todd. See how they done mugged his face over like down here and they just took the smudge so all you get is this right here, right? Making them look, you know, them criminal joints. They talk about how they darken up the pictures and they put all these effects on it. Look at what filter was this, right? So all of my social media people, what filter did the Sun-Times use to get this cover done? The criminal nigga filter?
The criminal Negro filter.
They used the criminal. Okay, yep. Y'all ready? We back. Take a moment, share the broadcast wherever you are. YouTube, Facebook. Love y'all all. It's on and popping. Tweet. Listen. Do fries go with that shake? Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. Do fries go with that shake? Man, I heard that could give me a Me Too charge. Charles, we got to get a rule book. I'm saying, I bet you, my brother, if you and I sat down, penned out the rules and said, brothers, this is your checklist. If you have done any of these things up to and including saying, do fries go with that shake? You too could be a victim of a Me Too charge. So I just want to get some sentencing guidelines up front. We talked about that last.
They got a eyeballing in there.
My brother, a reckless eyeballing was the Emmett Till charge, bro.
But that's come on. Let's compare that to what we're talking about.
Hey man, I'm telling you,
the reckless eyeballing situation.
Now explain how reckless eyeballing goes one more time.
Well, reckless eyeballing. I mean, if there's an attractive woman in your office and she walks by, I mean, are you looking? Can you look? Are you allowed to look, or is that maybe she doesn't look? I don't like the way he looked at me.
Me too.
I'm a follow Me Too on him. Woo, man! You talk about some people going down, man. Reckless eye, ooh, man.
And you know people come to work so you can look at them. Hey, you know, like some days.
In the
come
business
on now.
I was in, that's all they did.
Right, you was
looked at.
It's a visual industry.
Right.
Goodness gracious, boy. Hey, look, I don't have none of these problems anymore at all. Cause let me tell you why I look at it. Right. No, go ahead. You do it yourself.
Look, I don't have no problem.
Look, my brother, I just got back in the bed. I'm not starting that mess. Nope, not me. No problems. No.
I ain't reckless eyeballing them.
Nope.
I don't even reckless eyeball.
Speaking
I
of,
don't do nothing, man. I just sit back, yell them.
Speaking of reckless eyeball, Charles. That didn't come out right. Charles. So I pick up my Sun Times today, and on the front page, like it's brand new breaking news. Todd Stroger, he's back.
It got my boy looking like Charles Manson too.
Can I ask a question? What filter? Sometimes, what filter? Okay, because see, now we all get it. Like back in the day, they could have done this and we wouldn't have known. But this is the criminalize a Negro filter that they used on this picture.
They use it on Negroes that they don't like.
When they don't like a black person, what they do is they put you on the front page and then they put this like dark haze over you.
Mr. Eisendrath, why don't you call here and explain this photograph you have on the front page of your newspaper? You were here a few months ago talking about Sun Times and all the great things you were going to do. Is this it? Is this it?
Because this ain't it.
That is it.
This ain't it.
That is it.
This can't be.
You know what that? He said, he's back. You know what it should say?
What?
He's black. Damn. I mean, and this is the paper that Negroes are reading, man.
I'm telling you, sometimes,
man,
I told you about the Tribune trying to be the black people paper. They trying to get out. But Charles, I'm not even going to talk about the criminalized Negro filter that they use. I'm going to talk about the fact that the front page story on the Chicago Sun-Times was reporting that Todd Stroger was back in the race. Now, in all deference to the governor of talk radio, he was the first interview last Wednesday.
On the Cliff Kelly Show.
On the Cliff Kelly Show where Todd Stroger broke the news that he was running for county board president. I watched this on the news all day yesterday, Charles, and they showed Todd talking to you here in this station announcing that he was running.
And then
put it on a week later.
That was Channel 7.
Channel 7.
Right, where I used to work. Well, man, let me tell you something, man. The fact that you and I do what you and I are doing right now, and some other things are going to be done, troubles it troubles the mainstream media incredibly, because they want to set the narrative for the black community. They want to tell us what to think about anything. So when we do something originally, they ignore it. They try to ignore it. We've talked about this before. We broke
all, man.
We pop tax news, man, about the fact that Madigan and his lieutenants were turning on the pop tax. We broke that. But they don't want it known that black people can do news as well and better than they can, because they want to keep us powerless. And I experienced this throughout my career in mainstream media. I had to stand up in the newsroom and say, hey, that's not right. That's not what happened.
No.
And if you don't have anybody in your newsroom to do that, then they continue trying to control the narrative. That's why we see Pookie shot Ray Ray and body counts in these newspapers. That's why they focus on negative news, because they want to control the narrative about us.
Now, Charles, I like Mark Brown. It's like kind of one of my people I used to talk to all the time in the media. Still talk to him every once in a while. But this, it seemed like the same hit job that they did on Todd last time, they're gearing it up again. Did you this story that I read this morning, like Todd Stroger hears voices like he's crazy?
Right.
I hear every time we talk about this pop tax, there is somebody calling from the WVON listening audience saying, Todd, run again. But yet here we read this story making it seem as though he's crazy. That no one, that even though he's been vindicated, that for a half a penny, right? And when we see him come out, Tony Preckwinkle says, I spent the years cleaning up the mess he made. No, actually, he had the only fiscally solvent budget in the country. And so they still want to minimize him. So even as we cut the county budget has grown, bloated, and black people keep getting cut out, white folks have decided that they're going to pick the candidate.
Right, for us.
For us. Now, I got a question for the WVON listeners. Is Todd hearing things? Have black folks even told him to run? Have they even suggested that he should run? Or is this a figment of his imagination? Should he? Does he have a chance? Do you think he has a chance, Charles?
Oh, definitely he has a chance in a three-person race. He explained it. If the race broke out in three ways and the votes were, he conceivably could win with 38, 39% of the vote, and black people in the Democratic primary make up, I've been told, over 40% in Cook County itself of the purely Democratic vote. Yeah, he could win. And that scares the bejesus out of them when we control the narrative. When we say, yeah, he's possible he can win, they don't want to hear that. They want him completely removed because he offends.
But why do they feel like they get to pick?
I don't know, man.
Why do
that's
they?
White privilege, white supremacy. That's what it is sometimes. That's what you're doing on your front page today.
I mean, they really did.
Doing,
Charles.
Remind them. That's
Can our listening audience maybe send them a message, a tweet, something?
No, don't buy it. That's what I say. Don't buy it. Take a week off.
Ooh, are we taking a week off?
Take some time off. That's what you need to do.
Okay, you know what? If we took a week off the Sun Times, because they decide they want to use the condemn a black, what we call this filter? The
black criminal.
The criminalize a
Negro filter that they have in their.
Because I thought this was a bad paper I got, maybe. No, this is all.
That's how they do it, man. And it's they left the L out. They misspelled what they really wanted to say, which is he's black. They wrote he's black. Yeah, that's what they wanted to do, and that's what they did. They got away with it.
So,
they got,
I think Annette Flournoy pointed out the fact that, Charles, we reported this story last week twice. Mm-hmm. What is the deal with mainstream media trying to ignore black folks?
They ignore it. Did you ever look at like those shows where they have the reporters come in, to talk?
You used to do that.
I used to do that a lot. But they never call a reporter from the Defender. They never call a reporter from the Citizen. They never call a reporter from WVON, but rarely they do. The black reporters have to be certified by the white media. That's who they want. Because I don't go there anymore because I work for black media. Now, I used to go there every other week. I used to say, hey man, don't call me again. I can't do it again. But that's when I worked Channel 7. And now they want you to be certified by, approved, pedigreed by mainstream media before you can be involved in that discussion in this region, which has a huge black population.
Charles,
shameful, isn't it? Think about it. If they ask me, I don't want to go. Don't ask me because I don't want to be on your show.
No,
I'm
you
saying
got no choice.
I got a show.
Can I say?
Right
Can I say
I'm
something?
saying, but
Stop.
call somebody else from one of the other medias. Call Mays. Call some other people. Get a true black point of view on your show.
But they don't want
WTTW.
They don't want a true black point of view. They want the smiley Negro to be. And I'm telling you, you know what? We're gonna have to get that last evidence.
Magic Negroes, man.
Poof! It's all beautiful.
It's all wonderful. Yeah.
Fairy tales and lollipops. They trying to keep us black lollipops. You know how I feel about black lollipops, right? Don't be one. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 7:18 on the Talk Chicago. We'll continue this conversation when we come back.
More of the morning show with Maze Jackson coming up on the Talk.
But that's why, y'all, we have to tell our story. So, like, they're not going to tell you about your baby sitting up, laying next to rats. Hey, man, yesterday, they told me a story about a kid coming home because those little those little rat fetuses are so little, thinking that it was lint in his pocket. And it was fucking baby rat fetuses.
Oh, really?
Yes. I mean, I was...
And they had school, man.
Huh?
They had their school was open yesterday.
And the school was... It's open today. But look. But I pro-black activists. I shut down the sellouts and the Uncle Toms. They was marching right in. Hey. Man, boy. Let me tell y'all. Y'all better... This game in Chicago, boy, they got you. If you know, one of the questions I want to ask is, can you be on the payroll and be a freedom fighter? Can you be on the state payroll and be a freedom fighter? Can you be on the city's payroll and be a freedom fighter? I say yes. But a lot of the people who be talking a lot of that smack be acting like they ain't got a job. Come on now. Come on. You wait. So who did Janice Jackson and CPS call to come to the school? What black people showed up to stand there and be like, it's all good? Where you at? Oh, we don't want to talk about that? We don't want to talk about that. But we want to post. We don't want to call nobody. We just want to call people out and post and say all type of craziness because nobody going to say nothing. See, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it different. Right? So all I want to know is who were the activists that were at the school working on behalf of? The kids or CPS? I say the people who pay the paycheck. We don't want to talk about that. That's the inconvenient truth. That don't sound sexy, right? See? Telling you, man, you gotta pick your arguments. You don't let your job define you as a sellout. Because if your job defines you as a sellout, boy, everybody on the payroll, man, remember the city payroll is public. Remember, we can print out every single person who gets a paycheck from city colleges, from CPS. So whether you're a community outreach specialist, you know, that's the place. Come on. Do we want to do that math? That ain't math we gonna do, because that ain't what I'm about. But make sure you on the same page. Oh, see, I'd be bogus if I talk about that. See, they pay people to mislead us. They pay people to get you emotional and not thinking. Believe what I tell you, not what you see. Right? Believe what I tell you, not what you see. How y'all doing today? All right, let's say what's up. See, I'd be bogus if I started posting. What up, Tammy? What up, Keith? What up, Maria? What up, Tucson? What's up? What that Bobby? That ain't funny, is it? That ain't funny. Don't be making me laugh. That right? I'm just saying.
Hey, did you get an email from yesterday?
Who?
Robocall. Email it to Sonia and me.
Oh, she emailed it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yesterday.
Yeah. I got it. I'm gonna send it to you.
To me and someone, or just me. Obviously.
A lot of people on them videotapes. Look, everybody's trying to get out the way of the camera yesterday.
Oh, really?
oh, dog. It was classic. It was like, oh, wait, you here? Who you here for? You played yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk of Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas, in the building. Charles, when we, in the 7:30, man, yesterday we had Alderman Dorothy Tillman called in and told us about the rat infestation at Mollison School. I went there yesterday to see the parents and families outside protesting. Charles, it was showtime at the Apollo. I can't wait to talk about it.
And the kids were going in there, right? What did the district say yesterday about, what did CPS say yesterday about whether or not the school was posed any danger, health risk to the children?
You know what? They sent a letter, so...
That's today. I mean, what did they say yesterday when kids went in that school?
No, you know what, Charles? I don't know what they said because they wouldn't let me in. Look, they was like,
Well, I mean...
They said it was all good, though. I remember the...
But check this out. Here's the letter that we got just a few minutes ago.
Go ahead.
6:41 a.m. from CPS.
Read it, brother.
It says, over the Thanksgiving break, the entire school facility will receive a deep cleaning and sanitizing. Following that, the Chicago Department of Health will inspect our school building out of an abundance of caution to ensure that there is no contamination and that it is safe and clean for students. Now, wait a minute. Why are you going to clean the school over the Thanksgiving break if it's already clean and you're letting kids in it? I mean, what's up with that? I mean, why do you need to clean it if it's already, I presume, if you're letting kids in there, it's clean? Man, reading this is frightening because
they're telling you what the problem is diseases.
Right. And now, but they're also telling you they're gonna not clean it until Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And kids were in the school yesterday and presumably are going back in there today, and it hasn't been cleaned and sanitized yet. What are they doing? This is CPS from Emily Bittner, who was a spokesperson. They gave us this at 6:41 this morning. I don't get it. If you got to clean it, why are you letting kids in it before you clean it?
Charles, what color are the kids? Do I have to keep reminding?
Well, they're black children, grandfather.
There it is, Charles. You missed it. They're the coloreds. We can do it to the coloreds. I've got my #1 henchman in the school's area. You know, the 6'5" Luca Brazzi, and she is taking the job of eradicating the colored kids from the 3rd Ward.
But I thought that but you know, there's this other person in the 3rd Ward, that former, she used to run that. The hat. She used
Call
to.
her the hat.
I thought that you got rid of the hat. I thought that Luca Brazia had. The hat swam with the fishes, and now the hat is out in front of this place, this school.
Charles, you must always destroy your enemies totally. You cannot let them live. And it seems as though the hat is putting the band back together. We're going to have to keep an eye on our henchmen.
I don't know. You might have to take, how come Luca Brazia failed, or...
See, she stole the money for the $55 million. So we had to cut a deal. But if she can't handle the business of continuing the eradication of black kids from the Third Ward, Charles, we'll have to do something else.
Well, I tell you, this is a grandfather.
Feed the kids to the rats. Give them rats, diseases, and roaches. We started with the Black Plague. Now it's the Black Children's Plague.
But grandfather, as your conciliary, I have some serious concerns about how you're going about this. I really do.
Charles.
I mean, I think it's turning the public against you and against our person in the Third Ward.
Charles, see, I believe I've grown up to believe that we've trained our coloreds well. And so really, I believe that all the blacks are really black lollipops. And so we'll keep feeding them lollipops with strychnine until we get rid of all the black people in Chicago.
Even those that that you're relying on?
No, we've created a reservation for them. Oh. We call it the Rosenwald building, the Projects Reborn. We've invested almost $250 million in rebuilding a project to put the coloreds back. We can keep them all contained as we take over the Third Ward. Charles?
Keep the rents high, though, grandfather.
Keep the rents high and include credit checks of $780 to live in Bronzeville.
At least $780. I'm thinking more like $800.
And then, Charles, feed the kids rats. Put rats in their schools. Make the parents so frustrated that they'll never come back. Run the black people away. Do it to the coloreds. That's what we'll do in the Third Ward.
That will ensure us
a future. A future. And I'm going to call the rat.
Okay, grandfather. I will take all this under consideration. And
thank you, my consigliere. When we return,
we'll make sure it works.
When we return, Charles, we're going to talk to people who are live on the scene. The rats live at Mollison. We'll have live reports when we come back. It's the Talk of Chicago, 1690, 729. News, traffic, and weather is next.
Live from the WVON newsroom, here's our news now.
Why they gotta kill the babies, y'all? Why they don't like the babies? All right, now, y'all. Hey, Charles. I didn't even think about the letter the way you just broke it down. Like, so on Thanksgiving break, we gonna do all of it. So what are the kids doing right now? They living in rat feces and did you hear the story about the little kid that got sent to the principal's office? Bro, you gotta watch. Sent to the principal's office because the rats was running around on the floor and he jumped up and ran and the teacher was like, sit down. He was like, it's rats. Go to the principal's office. You can't make this up.
Man.
I mean, just think about if your grandkids went to a school of rats.
Oh, hell no. They'd be home. They'd be home with me. I would be no way in hell they'd be going in there till they've been clean. Totally. Man, it's
What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? Take a moment, share the broadcast. What up, old boy me? What up, Keith? What up, Michael Norwood? What up, Sharon? What up, Diane Scott? What up, Denise Sims? What up, Tammy Matthews? What up, Yolanda? What up? Hey, man, you think she could put some money for them rats in that budget?
Who's that?
Pat Dow. Rat Dow.
Rat Dow.
Rat Dow. That was classic yesterday. Rat Dow. That was classic radio.
So, 4 reasons that the grandfather, four different ways to get black people out. Okay.
That's a good one for the future. I'm not coming back to the grandfather, but then we can give them hantavirus, which will potentially life-threatening. Oh my God.
Bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague.
Yeah.
Salmonellosis. Rat bite fever. Charles, we can give them rat bite fever. They can get salmonellosis plus the bubonic plague. And if that doesn't work, hantavirus. But It will end with the black people gone. Hey, y'all, what y'all gonna do about y'all babies going to school with them rats? I'm serious as a heart attack. What up, Kim Davis? Kim Davis, I don't think it's the only school with mice and rats, but it's the only one without mice and rats under control, where they got the kids in classrooms and they having babies on the same pillows that they putting babies to sleep on. How about that? When you look in them holes in them pillows and you see that that's baby rats grown, that's nasty. And when they sitting there and they laying it down, like, I don't doubt that rats are an issue at every school. That's why you have rodent control issues. But when they are running around the classrooms, like when they ain't no longer nocturnal, right? When they dayturnal, when they daytiming, right? When they daytiming, they daytiming, that's a problem.
Green pills,
right?
That's bad. Man.
Oh, Keith, was I telling you as an activist at the school defend? No, it was an activist that was told to get your butt down here because we got a community problem, and he had to walk through the community, and all the people he normally be gassing up, he had to walk past them and go inside the school, and he had to find a way to consciously navigate that space, right? So, you know, like, so check this out. You know how if you the police, but you've been undercover for all this time, and then you show up to the joint as a police officer because you investigating. They like, wait a minute. I didn't know you was a cop. I thought you was with us. Oh, no, I'm not a cop. I'm really just coming to check out the situation. Yes, Keith, I am telling you. I am telling you people who have been right here on this Facebook page calling us fake and phony. Yes. I would tell you that. Just as a matter of fact, last week, posting and saying negative things, of which I said, hey, brother, it was no beef. All you had to do was pick up the phone and call me, right? But the smart way to do things these days is Facebook beef instead of just picking up the phone and calling. Now, I'm not going to name no names, but I can tell you where you can name your own names. Yes, Keith, I'm telling you that exactly happened, though. 100%. And it was like, ooh, damn, man, y'all got... Facebook Live is a mug, boy. It's hard to lie with Facebook Live, Joe, when you right there on the scene and they got you. But again, I'm chilling. See, I didn't go to Facebook and go post a video and share it with 2,000 people and be like, now look. You got to watch the sleight of the hand. Dennis Evans said, Fear of the Black Hat versus Rat Dow at the Wintrust Arena. That is funny. That would be a great wrestling match. I'm gonna teach you all about love. Repeat after me. You say ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Oh, baby, like do, re, mi. ABC. 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas, in the building. And we are talking about Mollison School. Charles, you know, we turned on the news yesterday. We came in, we were talking, and former 3rd Ward Alderman Dorothy Tillman kicked off a protest last Friday at Mollison School on 44th and King Drive. Apparently, Charles, there was a rat infestation. And Alderman Tillman said that they needed to shut the school down, to which CPS responded, no. They were going to keep the school open. Charles, why is the value of black kids' education a non-factor in the Third Ward?
This is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. The school has a rat infestation problem that's going to require a deep cleaning over the Thanksgiving holiday. It should not be open. I believe that the politics have superseded the common sense here. They don't want Dorothy Tillman, who is the former Third Ward alderman, to get any props here. Dorothy went out and said, close it, and now they're doing everything not to close it for purely political reasons, and that is just so devoid of any moral character. You know, but Charles, just for politics. That's why they're doing this.
But Charles, these are the same people that stole $55 million from the same kids. It's just a pattern that we keep seeing in the Third Ward, man.
Well, but the Third Ward, I know the alderman is there, but this goes to the Reverend Dr. Forrest. We shall overcome Claypool. It goes to Ms. Janice Jackson, and it goes to their boss, Mayor Rahm Emanuel. There's no way that if you have little rats, babies, and rat droppings and such in a school, the school should be open. And if you're keeping it open, closed, it should be open. And if you're keeping it open because you want to give the current Third Ward alderman and you want to shut down or somehow diminish the former Third Ward alderman, that is just so horrible. There's still time to shut this place down. Well, let's do it tomorrow and then give them a little credit. But guys, you got to be kidding. Politics and children.
Our children are sacrificial lambs. Charles, speaking of that, we have Third Ward alderman, or former Third Ward alderman Dorothy Tillman, as well as local school council community rep April Stodgner on the phone. Former Alderman Tillman, tell us again, keep it short, but tell us what is going on at Mollison School.
Well, I'm going to let the parent tell you all of this, but I want to tell this to you and Charles know that I saw the parents on television on Friday, and I joined them because I am an alumni parent, and I just had a grandchild that graduated a couple of years ago. So I joined them because they went out and they took a stand, and I felt they should not take a stand by themselves. And when I saw how those babies was in there with rats, and I just knew, I contacted the mayor's office, I contacted Frank Clark, I contacted the mayor himself, Frank Clark, and Janice Jackson, and I told them Forrest Claypool, all of them, that they had to close the school because what the parents had put out there. They refused to close the school. They sent out robocalls telling parents it was all clean. But the saddest thing, Maeve, was to see, and you saw yesterday, those black men that the Board of Education dispatched to the schools. They was not going to allow the parents to come in who was the local school council who they really run the school. They're supposed to run it. We had to fight to get them in. And I told one of those men, how you going to come to this school and intimidate these parents and these children? What they should have been saying is shut it down rather than trying to protect the status quo. So I was there to support the parents, going to be there. They would have had to close the school for Monday and Tuesday. They could have done that, but it's about the money, but it's also about it being black children. Let me say one other thing, because I know you want to talk to the other parent of Mays and Charles. Got a call this morning. Now, you know Beasley is not what it used to be. It used to be the #1 school.
Come on.
So Beasley's just gone down to the rats.
Not literally.
Got a rat call this morning, Mays.
From Beasley?
Got a rat call, Mays.
Not from Beasley.
They said, tell models and parents we got the rat calls. We got rats and we in solidarity. You know it's in the Third Ward. We in solidarity with the models and parents. They called me and they said, Miss Tillman, we got a rat problem. And I know that Beasley have gone down. What they've done is pull all the resources out of Beasley. Beasley is not even a #1 school anymore.
Beasley Bees?
Oh, look up. All you got to do is look up on and find out what level they're in now. They allowed the school to go down.
They are destroying black kids in the Third Ward. Go ahead,
Alderman. What do you think about my comment a couple of minutes ago that there's politics involved in this because they don't want to give you any propers, so they're resistant?
I think it's politics, but I think The parents was there before I got there. I joined the parents along with Kathy Dale them, and I'm sure it is. But it really is because they're black babies. The political thing is these are black children.
Dorothy, former Alderman, you said one thing that I just need to make sure our listeners heard. You said that CPS dispatched black men to the school to block parents and.
Oh, they was there. And they was mean too.
Explain what happened, right?
Oh, they were inside the doorway, and they were just very mean. And some of them I spoke to, some I knew, and I went and told one of them, "Why are you being the lady who allowed her daughter to be interviewed by your former station yesterday, child? When she went in, I mean, this man got up in her face. I want to say, you're not going to intimidate her.
Grown men intimidating kids?
Grown man, the child and the mother. I said, you're not going to intimidate her. She said, I'm here to go to my children's classroom to get their homework. Oh, no, you're not going up. He made the decision. He's not even an instructor. He wasn't a teacher. He said that it was really, they were, rather than those men protecting these black children, coming in saying, well, we agree, let's close it out. They showed no love, no respect. And some black women were there too, came from CPS. They dispatched everything they had under the sun. You'd have thought we had a little war going on.
You did think that they did send a whole bunch of goons. They had a goon squad over there. April Stodgener, she is the LSC community parent. What's going on, April? Tell us what's going on. You're on the local school council.
Good morning. Yes, I am a member of the local school council. I am also a former parent from Austin. I had grandkids going there up until September. So what's happening is exactly what Dorothy is talking about. It's a pure disinvestment in our children because they're black. This stuff would not be happening up north. This stuff wouldn't even be happening in Hyde Park. It's only going to happen here where they do not value our children whatsoever. They don't value the parents. They don't value the children. They don't care about our kids at all.
So April, what's been the response?
It's absolutely outrageous for our kids to still be in that school.
April, what's been the response? Hold on.
She got something else to tell you.
Go ahead, April.
April, would you tell him about the clerk's husband who came and went to the classroom and what the clerk's husband told those children? Did you hear about that? You live with rats.
About it.
So, but you know you're not afraid. You know you're not afraid of rats. Y'all live rats in your house.
Yeah, that's what he said to the children.
See, let me tell you what I saw yesterday.
Outrageous.
April, Dorothy, hold on one second. Let me tell you what I saw, Charles, yesterday. What I saw was a group of concerned parents and community members who saw an issue and, like we asked them to do, got engaged. Right? They didn't sit back. They didn't say, forget the kids. They actually went and tried to take action, and they were penalized for actually trying to represent our kids. If black parents and grandparents are seen as the enemy when they are only trying to defend their children, our children, who have been deemed expendable, when you take away the fact.
I know where you're going on that.
Hold on. We talking about sanctuary city. I want to make sure that the kids have a future, and then you kill it. Hold on, Alden. But you are willing to put them in conditions that will give them bubonic plague, salmonellosis, rat bite fever, hantavirus, all of these things, and then for them to dispatch respectable black men from our community to castigate the parents whose kids actually have to go there. When I heard the story about the kid coming home with mice, rat fetuses in his pocket thinking it was lint and it was rats. Imagine, Charles, your grandson reaching in his pocket and showing you the lint and his dead rats.
No way in the world does he.
And somebody is standing there defending the school and not the kids, defending the building and not the kids,
defending the mayor and everybody else.
So if you're still, your kids, our kids have to be of value. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to talk about the rest of this, because the other part that bothers me, Charles, is these grown black men whose job it is to defend white folks from black folks who are doing damage to our kids. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. My coffee done kicked in, but my mad has kicked in. We'll be back.
More of the morning show.
Unfucking believable.
Coming up
Charles.
on the Talk of Chicago.
Charles.
1690.
Charles. You got the camera, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, who's paying these black men that showed up? CPS? They got money for that?
Check it out, dude. They've already got 1,000 inquiries. It opens the first week of December. It's a pop-up.
Who's paying these guys that were there yesterday? These black
See, they're on CPS's payroll.
They're security?
No. Community outreach specialists.
Community outreach specialists?
Community outreach specialists.
Woo! Man. Community outreach specialists, not even security. They just Negroes they can call out to. Man, that's gangster. That's gangster. Where they get that money from? What budget is that? Yeah, these are, I don't want to call these. Mays actually used the word respectable. I can't see that. That is so disrespectful to us. That's ridiculous. Oh, man. Yep. I don't know. I don't know their names. I wish I could tell you who they were. Total waste of money. See, the thing is, people read this story or hear this story, other part of the suburbs and other parts of the state, they go, what is going on? And then CPS goes, blame the state for not giving them any money.
That ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, huh?
You saying the state ain't got something to do with that?
No, I'm saying the state doesn't have anything to do with that. I'm saying it's very hard to do something this ridiculous and then go ask other people to give you some help when this is the kind of management you have of your schools. How in the world do you say you're gonna let kids into a building that hasn't been cleaned?
Read that again, right? Just nail that down, bro.
I
mean, like when you read the art, cause I just read it like, okay, we gonna clean it. But when you read it and you was like, wait, they said the school ain't clean, the kids going. Look, she had me. I think they was trying to gas me. She said the kids open up the books in the library and rat droppings fall out. So now, what kid did they wash their hands? Where's it at? Are they carrying disease, feces, stuff back to the house? Yo, are y'all? Let me ask y'all a question. Are y'all sending the third ward alderman a tweet? Maybe a message? Send the mayor a tweet, a message? Are y'all hitting them on Facebook? Are you giving them a call? Are our kids expendable? Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas, in the building. And Charles, we are talking about Mollison School. Actually, we're talking about schools in the 3rd Ward. Seems like there is a rat problem, an infestation, a disinvestment in young black kids. And when we try to step up for our young black folks, seems like they got a squad of people put together to detract parents from fighting for their kids. Let's go to the phone lines. Dennis, you're on the Talk of Chicago.
Yes, I was there yesterday morning. I stayed the first couple of hours, and you know if we're gonna get this straight, we have to make it raw. Whereas this alderman, she was in on that money going 50-some million going somewhere, but also that goon squad that was in that office that was probably kept you out, Maze. One of those guys is from the nation. I mean,
wait, back up. What? Hold on.
You mean say that's his name?
Wait. Hold on. What do you mean, Dennis? Somebody who was out there yesterday was the nation. The nation was protecting the black kids, right?
No, they kept you. He was the one that kept you out of that building. He was a member of the nation.
You just say what's his name? He's with the right to passage. So I'm not going to put that all on the minister. I know Sensei was there, and I told him that I told him he needs to go in and tell him to shut it down. He said we all need to be together like family. I was kind of surprised. So I know a lot of folks saw him out there, and they was wanting to know what was he doing that from the nation. I made it very clear that was not the minister. That was him. That he's with the right to passage group.
So was he with CPS or was he with?
He was with CPS.
So was he letting parents in? Was he our guy inside the building helping our parents, or was he our guy? They got inside locking black folks out.
He was inside.
Okay, we got to ask about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's Talk Chicago. Hope, you're on the Talk Chicago.
Yes. In regards to Beasley, since they broke ground for that new tennis court there between 52nd and 51st, they've had a major rat problem over at the Child Parent Center. That's where they have 3- and 4-year-olds in preschool. There's been situations where I've been in their parent room and the rats are just they're walking through like they're going to school there. Now, the other thing is, last week they had an LSC meeting talking about the school dropping from level 1 to level 2.
Beasley?
Attendance was Felisa Sanders, Tiffany Flynn, and they even brought Liz Curry from downtown. But here's the thing. They had 9 security officers there, including the chief of security.
Were they black?
Yeah.
Let me ask this, y'all. What is the deal with this security for black people who are concerned about their own kids? Who are they securing? The white folks that's coming to our neighborhoods to destroy our black kids?
Well, Pat was in there with them. I saw them all around her yesterday.
Who?
Pat came, the alderman lived right across the street from the school. She walked through the parents as if she just walked through. Excuse me, the school's not going to close. And she went on in and they made sure they protected her and all the rest of the schools and kept the parents out. So much so the parents had to fight.
The alderman said that the school was going to stay open? Charles, what did that letter say? Hold on, because she's saying that the school stays open, but I thought that the school, read what the letter says.
The letter says, over the Thanksgiving, there's a quote, over the Thanksgiving break, the entire school facility will receive a deep cleaning and sanitizing.
So it hasn't happened.
No. It hasn't.
But she said that the kids were going to school anyway?
Well, she said if she walked
Do the white kids at South Loop School got to go into that?
Oh, baby, they would have shut it down. They would have shut it down.
And you know what? Let me tell you, too, that...
The thing that's killing me is they're acting like this is not a big problem.
It is a problem. Let me tell you why it's a problem. Because 5 years ago at Hirsch High School, young people became sick after eating school lunches that had been contaminated with rat droppings. CPS knows this. They have this that in the record that at Hirsch High School, which 7740 South Ingleside, kids got sick because there was a rat infestation.
Is infested?
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a systemic genocide of black students, and it's killing off in the 3rd Ward. You know what? I don't understand. Hey, let's go to Bishop. You're on the Talk of Chicago. Bishop, what's going on, man?
Yes, good morning, Maze and Charles. Good morning, and thank you for having this topic. I, too, was a participant in that rally yesterday morning with former Alderman Tillman and several me say that I'm just flat fuming over the neglect of our children. And the children there, one thing that I noticed was our first children were so confused. They were so not understanding what was going on, because the parents were made to look as though we were the bad guys and the school was closing, and the administrators were punishing our children for coming to school, for not coming to school and coming to school. But let me just say in the end, the schools are substandard, which conduces to self-hatred. When we see the carjackings, when we witness all of these things, this is the prison to pipeline mentality right here. And I saw it on our precious children. And I'm fuming over it. And the school board, the mayor, Claypool, and all of them are simply Frank Clark, you name it, Mays and Charles. They are simply unapologetic. And we as parents, if we allow this to continue at this school, Beasley, and any other school that's producing substandard education for our children, I think it's on us. I think we. It is on us. Yes, sir.
It is. You know what, guys? We got to go to traffic and weather. I'm gonna keep this conversation going. So if you have a call, you got a comment, you got a concern about our black kids being forced to operate in abhorrent conditions, rat droppings. Man, kids going home with rat fetuses in their pockets, and we gonna keep the school open? They wouldn't do that to white kids. Are we gonna let that happen to our black kids? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue this conversation. Callers, I see y'all on the line. You got a comment, concern, and Charles, it's turning out that it ain't just one school, brother.
Yeah, well, now this Beasley thing has got to be confirmed. It's only something we've gotten a report of.
Alleged.
We haven't confirmed it, but I'm sure that as the day continues, we'll find out the facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, 7:59. We'll be back after news, traffic, and weather.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation.
That's crazy. What would you do? Real talk. What would you do if you cleaned out your kids' pockets? They came home from school and you was like, what is this lint? And it's pink lint, and it turns out to be rat fetuses. Like, what would you actually do? How do you respond to that? What are we gonna do? What's up, YouTube? I appreciate y'all. Ooh, we almost 193 and 134. It seems like y'all came back. Hey, Robert Clark, thank you so much for all of those signatures yesterday, brother. Henry Hartsfield Hotel. Whoever's calling, sorry, I can't talk to you right now. So we're live. It's our Wi-Fi connect.
Hey, use that information I gave you because that's good and scary.
Oh, I read them.
Oh, I didn't hear
you didn't hear me say about bubonic plague, hantavirus, rat bite fever? Oh, yeah, we hit it all.
I thought that was on just Facebook.
I hit it all.
Okay, cool. Sorry. I was listening to that other show, Hey, that thing that you sent, I get so confused by looking at that ranking thing. It doesn't make sense to me.
What ranking? Oh, but that ranker that I sent you was for women 18. Okay.
Sunday through Monday.
Yeah.
But how can there be like a 15 station 24th place tie?
Because I think it's everybody who don't buy. Okay. Well, I heard that Crawford has jumped off of Nielsen too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're like, they can't, it costs too much for them.
I mean, it's for a small business like that, $50,000 is a lot of money to put out for a year. I mean, that's 4 employees.
Right.
3, for sure.
Oh, I asked where was Chance the Rapper yesterday. Oh, I sure did ask. Where's Chance? Did he use part of that $1 million for extermination that he gave away? Oh, no, nobody want to say that. Oh, I said that yesterday, Chauncey, on the site. But you know this, that, see, you be touching too many nerves. Chicago is interconnected, baby. Y'all, what's up, Felicia Gibson? What up, Joel Passmore? Henry Hartsfield. What up, Bobby Q? Robert Clark. Bob Israel. See, y'all bogus, man. Did you ever tell you the WVON and the Den, y'all petty? Y'all are petty. What? Well, y'all so petty. www. Bob, what's that about, man? Nah, this wouldn't happen on the north side. Stephanie, what's up, sister Stephanie? What's up, Penelope? What up, Anthony? What up, Robert Cowan? What up, Amina? What up, Denise? What up, Sandra Williams? What up, Michael Norwood? What up, V-Ron? Y'all cracking me up with these comments. What up, Tammy? What up, Bob Israel? What up, Patai? What up, Edie Moore? What up, Anwar? Ron Father and Rat Dow must go.
Rat Dow.
What's up to Kim Davis? What up, Patrick? What up, Amina? What up, Tammy? What up, Henry? What up, Guana? What up, Anwar? What up, Patai? Man, where's all them state rep and where's all them people that alderman is endorsing for the state rep, state legislature? Where they at? Oh, you know what else? Ken Duncan is definitely circulating.
Very good.
Definitely circulating. What up, Robert? Shoot.
The state rep?
Yep. Guana, what up, Sharon? What?
Go for the Senate.
Edward, what up, Tamiko? What up, Toussaint? Yep. Are y'all gonna let that lady come back? Eric J. Lindsay says time for Rat Dow to put on a Catwoman suit and get to work. They don't make them that big. What up, Bobby Q? What up, Jason Mahorn? What? Oh. What up, Penelope? What up, Guana? What up, Patai? What up, James Washington? Oh, y'all, it's time for yoga. I'm going to do the rat dance yoga. Rat dance yoga is ready. Ooh, 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 ooh. See, this is how the kids be in class. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all ever heard the story about the rats? Okay, I was going to tell y'all the rat story, the rat joke. About rats. This, Chauncey. Oh, excuse me, Sadiq. Tell the rat story about rats. This mother... Whoop-ah! Baby bend over, baby bend over, baby bend over, let me see you do the yoga. Baby bend over. You are tuned in to the Top of Chicago, 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, and you know what you can count on every day at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock every day. Your boy, Maze Jackson, doing the yoga stretch. I don't know where the time goes, but we are in the final stretch of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the rat infestation and just the miseducation of the Negro in CPS and why black kids' education expendable. Now, I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man Charles Thomas in the building. We got Annette Flournoy in the newsroom, plus Miss Sonia Escobar, the musical conductor of the Soul Plane. Now, Charles, we've been talking about this, but CPS sent out a robocall knowing that the school was rat infested, and this is what they said. Sonia?
Dear mamas and families, the health and safety of your children is our top priority, which is why we must inform you of an incident that occurred at school on Thursday, November 16th. It was reported that there was a sighting of rodents in one of our classrooms. Exterminators had set traps after school Friday to eradicate the presence of any rodents, and we will continue monitoring the situation going forward. Please know that we are taking every possible step to ensure that our facility is a safe, clean, and positive learning environment for your children. We thank you for your support and urge you to contact the school directly with any questions or concerns. We want all scholars present this week. Monday and Tuesday are teaching and learning days for all.
So, CPS didn't even take the time to record. The principal didn't even take the time. They typed up a message in the computer. The computer said, present, right? I was listening to that. Yeah. So, when it's black kids, they didn't even have any human compassion. They just said, the computer said, have your blasts in school tomorrow.
You know, the thing, too, they never said that what they did took care of the problem. They never really.
We put some rat traps down.
We put the traps down, but we didn't. We don't know whether or not it got all the rats and whether or not the infestation has been cleared.
And fatal poison.
Yeah, and now they come up talking about they're going to do the deep cleaning and sanitizing over the Thanksgiving break. Now, man, wow. In other words, they're conceding that children could be going to this school.
To the rat hole.
To the rat, with the rats.
To the rat hole.
Man.
So you drop your kid off. So let me ask a question. So when you pull up in that circle, I'm telling you, and drop your baby off, would you think or imagine that you could drop them off? And what would you do if your child came home with a rat bite and the alderman told you to go to school anyway? Let's go to Art. Art, you on the Top of Chicago.
Hey, Maze, how are you? Hello to your guests.
Hey,
a couple of quick things. If there's no children there's no CPS. So I don't know why would we have to argue about that. They don't have to. You don't have to say, oh, can you close school? Just don't bring no children there. The school's closed. That's done with. But here's where, Maze, you said something very important. You said the children are confused. You know why they're confused? Because adults, not all. We talk about marijuana. We want to make it legal because people use drugs. And then we tell our children drugs is no good. And then in the same token, we want to make it legal so those who are using drugs don't have to go to jail and get sentences. That's the reason they're confused. Either drugs is no good or they're good. So you all got to get the story straight so your children will know what side you play on. Because you can't play both sides with children today because they have what they call the internet and you look like a hypocrite. May God bless.
Thanks, Art. You always put us straight. Sal, you on the Top of Chicago.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Justice Tillman has really opened she has really parted the waters. I have a campaign called A War on Filth and Fear. And I'm going to get with her as close as she will allow me to have access to her time and energy.
I'm engaged in a real BS situation here in North Lawndale. A principal of a school complained about debris and garbage and stuff and wasn't satisfied with what was coming out of the alderman's office. A publisher of one of the local newspapers contacted me, asked if I would go over there to talk with him to see what I could do to help. I went, introduced myself to his staff. I had to call him 3 times before he finally called me back, met with him, told him that I'd be willing to come over there and clean up the perimeter. I took pictures and everything. Went over there last week to meet with him because we were going to have some clean, clear days. Never got a response from him. He complained that because of the environment that his school was in, some of the more qualified teachers refused to even come to be interviewed. Once they drove by to look, they called them, no thanks.
So no excuses for none of these people. Look, we want the best for our kids everywhere around the country. Ernestine, you're on the Talk of Chicago.
Yes, you know what? Now, I was there. I'm the producer of CAN TV, and I'm president of the International Pro-Life Federation.
You're muffled. Ernestine, you got to get closer to the phone because you're muffled.
Oh, when I got to the school early, I talked to a man at the door. He said, well, the problem has been taken care of. So I just waited because I was the only one there first. But I sent you a video from Periscope, and at the end, if you fast forward to the end of the video, you will see the confrontation that went on with the people in that school not letting that mother, who was the LSC member, they did not want her in there.
What's the deal with that? Like, what is the deal with black folks feeling like their job is to defend white folks from black folks in their own community?
Keep black folks in their place, mate. Plantation politics.
I mean, but when you say these are people that we supposed to respect, that we believe are on the front lines fighting for us, how can they be in a place barring parents from doing what we tell our parents we want them to do? Let's go to Jeanette. You're on the Talk of Chicago.
Good morning. My name is Jeanette Taylor, and I was on the local school council in Mollison for 20 years. And so it's classic CPS. You got the tale of two cities. You live in a city where black and brown children are not respected, nor are they parents. If you go in half-hard, parents don't have to take a TB test, or they aren't asked to fill out a paper that says they're a volunteer. They're allowed to come into school. And so CPS is infamous for saying putting children first, but that's not what happens. And so we all should be outraged that Mollison is a school that's been in that community for over 50 years and it's been disinvested in. The thought that the alderman lives across the street and there's rats running around the building and nobody takes the voices of the parent is ridiculous. We vote with our feet. We take our children to Mollison.
So then the question has to be, are y'all going to allow that to happen? Are you going to re-elect her to continue to do that to you all again? Because, you know, some of this stuff we got some control on.
Well, you know, I think the parents they didn't call for a boycott. What happened when they showed the rats and it was broke with Fox 32, and they said to the CPS, close the schools. When I found they was out there, I went out there. Then I contacted the mayor, Jackson. I sent a message to Frank Clark, and I said give it to Claypool. The parents want the school closed. When the transformer broke at Mollison last year when it was hot, they brought school buses there. They loaded those students up. They took them to Key, gave them their instruction. It's about dollars with them, Charles. See, all the children who come to school, they lose the money.
See, and it's time for them. But see, you know, they want them kids, but they going to keep putting them in bogus environments because they really want them gone. Robert, you're on the Talk of Chicago, 1690.
Thanks for taking my call, and Professor Tillman. The students at Mollison are not immigrants, so there's a sanctuary for them.
The students at Mollison are not immigrants, so there is no sanctuary for them. Let me ask you a question, Charles. Do you think if those were the children of undocumented immigrants, Ron would be down there crying, talking about Donald Trump?
No, yeah. Politically, that's where he's going. I mean, he sees that as his political future.
Already giving them millions of dollars made to build their own schools. They don't know. This ain't no question of black and brown. This is black. The browns got their own schools, their own teachers, their own language, their They own everything. It's black children. That's why they close the school out on certain.
Say it for me, Alderman. Say it.
That's why they close the school on certain.
No, I want you to say it, Alderman. Black. Say it.
Black. What you want me to say? Black.
Yeah, do it. Do it for me.
It's black.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's disrespect for the blackness. It's our babies. And see, I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't stand for your babies, nobody's gonna respect you. At what level do you allow someone to step across and mess with your children?
Hold on right there. We got to finish this conversation when we come back. It's 8:17. We're going to wrap this up. We'll take your calls. Finish up with Alderman Tillman, and then Charles will move on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. But we got to say these babies. Say these babies.
More of the morning show with Maze Jackson.
Hey, man. I don't understand. These people are mad about that.
Well, they're very mad, man. But, you know.
I'll do something, though?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing something, man. You know, it's a conversation. Man, you know. Man, normally, man.
This would have just been sweat.
This would have just blipped, gone by.
Poor black kids. They got rat bites. Don't send children into a place that will harm them. That's crazy. But parents be like, but the problem for a black parent is, the first thing you hear is, I got to go to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so think about the chance. You either send your kid to the rat joint and hope they don't get bit because you got to pay the rent. See the choices black folks got made? Ain't always good and bad. It's bad and worse. What y'all gonna
come up with a tune, don't you?
Send her a tweet. Send her a message. Tell her. Stand up. Y'all don't care about no black babies. Y'all don't care about black babies. They don't care about no black babies. Kill them in the cradle, then you ain't got to worry about them when they grown. What up, Stephanie? What up, Guana? See, but we fight the charters. See, I feel like black folks should just be jumping on all the charters. Why we let the white folks dominate the charter industry? Let's just take it over. What up, Shanika? What up, Michael Norwood? It's funny, now y'all like Dorothy Tillman again. See how y'all did her before? It's like everybody just got to get on the same page, man. We got to drop some of this egocentricity and get to where we need to go, y'all. We got an opportunity here to change the game. Change the game. How many white teachers do you think come to school if it's rats running around their classroom? Shoot, they call their dad and be like, Dad, it's too much. Huh? All right, y'all. Take a moment. Share the broadcast. Last go round. What up, Tucson? What up, Edie? What up, Sharon? What up, Penelope? What up, Jonathan Todd? What up, Linda Carter? What up, Nidra? Nidra, that was a great review on my page. Thank you. What up, Lozelle Doe? What up, Tom? Is that Deacon? What up, Deek? What up, LC Alexander? I'm with you, Sharon. What up, Linda Carter? What up, Penelope? What up, Edward Muhammad, Denise Sims, Tammy, Reese Mo? What up, Queen Sister? Queen Sister, I saw you at the end of that tape yesterday. You stupid, too. I saw that. That was funny. Me and my wife cracked up like, did you say call Maze Jackson? I was like... Take us to church, baby. Take them to church, baby. We take them to church today. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM. Black children, the education of black children is not expendable. It is not disposable. Brother Charles.
I got one question to ask.
What is it?
Where is the Chicago Teachers Union right now? Where is Jesse Sharkey? Where is Karen Lewis? What do they say?
They got their contract.
They got their people. Their people are in that building too, exposed to the same kind of infections.
Right.
Where is CTU?
Right.
I got to hear from you. Got to hear from you.
I agree with you, Charles.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know, people call us with issues all the time here at WVON Morning Show. And you know, Charles, we like to do politics a lot, and we get into it. But I think there is a passion that both of us share when it comes to our future. And we don't mean the convenient future that Mayor Emanuel talks about, but the future that is our children, and in your case, grandchildren. As I see you out front, Alderman Tillman, as I see all of those elders that were out there with you, who probably have a long-standing history with that school and that organization. You know, I just think that our legacy does not continue without our babies. And at their most, at the time when they need the most defense. I think about going to school at 4 and 5 and 6 years old. I felt like that was the safest environment in the world for me to be, besides up under my mama. But when you know that they have rats, rodents, mice, that we know, Charles, do you think the good Reverend Doctor, do you think any of them people that was standing up there with their kid that was blocking families from trying to shut it down, do you think they would allow their kids to go in those same environments?
You think Francis Parker, where the good Reverend Dr. We Shall Overcome Claypool sends his children? Do you
Hell to the no.
He would let his children go into a school where they found a rat fetus?
Hell to the no.
Or would Rahm Emanuel allow his child, if they had found at lab school?
I say no.
He would be very concerned about the future then.
So you know,
he would be personally involved.
Let me ask you a question, Charles.
Yeah.
You know the thing that I found so peculiar about yesterday was that there was no real activism there. Right? I saw seniors and elders and people who lived in the neighborhood. But where was all the famous activists?
All them activists?
Where was all? But you know, like, where's all the show? Well, some no. Some of the activists was inside on the CPS side, right? Hold on. I ain't gonna say no names.
Wait. Somebody said something about the minister, and I talked to the chief of staff since then. Now, Gregory Sain, who was there, and the young man called him, but the nation person was there. Gregory worked for CPS. He was there on behalf of CPS, and he said we all get along. And one of the things, Greg, if you listen, Leonard, you better call in and correct that stuff. Gregory worked, he was just protecting Rahm Emanuel and the rest of the board.
Wait, huh? No, that's not possible.
You know Gregory saying no?
I know Gregory saying
no, that's not possible. He couldn't be protecting the mayor. That would.
He's working. He gets paid.
Well, wait. He get paid.
By
CPS. Wait. You can't. How do you get paid? I didn't know it was a. Okay, so I'm. You know what? See, now we could go here, but we're gonna let that be.
Okay.
You know what we're gonna do? Okay, because I was nervous to think that Minister Farrakhan was blocking black parents from their school. So I'm glad you got that straight.
He was with the nation, but he wasn't there representing
no. You could be in the nation and have a job someplace else.
That ain't what they say on Facebook. Huh? That ain't what they say on their show. You know, if you a sellout. That see, that's why you got to be so careful about throwing around names of sellouts and who, what, where, when. You know what I'm saying?
He had no business there. He had no business there blocking those parents. Shit, I told Gregory, and I know he's listening. He's monitoring your show now. I said, Gregory, you go in there and tell them there's only one solution: shut it down. And he came back out and said, well, can't we all family? Can't we just kind of talk here? I said, no, shut it down.
So here's the thing. Again, and my goal ain't even see, now I don't want to splash nobody because that's not really my thing. No. here's and I appreciate that. What I'm suggesting here is, black folks, when we gonna take care of our home? When do our kids count to us? Right? CPS can't do nothing that we don't allow them to do to our children. So I'm just gonna tell y'all this. This is unacceptable. You know that when they go to lab school, ain't no rats. Right? When they go to Francis Parker, like you say, ain't no rats. And they wouldn't tell any. And let me tell you, if you told a white person to send their kid back up into school with a rat, they would have your job, your family, your life, and you would be splashed all over.
And the white men wouldn't be there protecting them.
Do you think it's anywhere in the country that white men are going to be protecting white women from black men? Think about the gravity of that. When they can call you and say, you stand between us and your people, you better get your Negroes in control. You better, hey, what you think? You thought that check was free? Oh, no, Negro. So, and you going to walk right through them all, and you going to show them who you belong to. Now, I'm going to tell you how they do you. That's how white folks do you when you get too big and you start talking crazy to them. Then they pull your whole card and they say, oh, you know what? Good. Why don't you come on, walk right through? I got some, I'm gonna put you on Showtime.
I got some boss Negroes.
Right.
Show you.
Exactly. So I'm gonna show you. So what y'all think y'all gonna? Cause let me just tell you, there's a perception. I'm gonna tell you. I would, whether you recognize it or not, Alderman Tillman, and whether the nation recognizes it, I stand like if I see certain people, I'ma stand down because I ain't trying to have no beef with the nation. Right? And so there's a tacit understanding and there's the real understanding. So when certain people show up, it's a signal to the rest of folks to stand down. But what I noticed yesterday, besides the people that was on the payroll, was that the people who supposed to be there wasn't there. Where are your J-Mall? Where was Chance?
Black Lives Matter.
Right. Where's all the people that when it's a camera, oh, they probably didn't know the camera was on their way. But the other part was the check. See, the check, there wasn't no check. It's no check defending black kids. You don't get paid to defend. Now, you get paid to defend white folks against black parents of black kids, but it ain't no check to defend black kids. I'm suggesting
activists are out for the check.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm not going to.
Come on, man.
Some of these folks are paid provocateurs, and their job is to keep our eyes off the prize by keeping mess up. When something is as concrete as our babies, being out there with those parents, supporting those women who took a stand for their babies. All these folks should have been supporting those women. I'm sure she's still on the line. And
look, we got to go to traffic, news, traffic, and weather. Look, we're going to keep... April, I want to tell you, thank you, Alderman Tillman. So, April, thank you for your fight. We're not going to let this die. You all keep us up to date on what's going on. Alderman Tillman, I know you're going to talk about it on your show.
I got a sample for you and Charles, though. You better tell folks to call in and give you a report on the rats in their schools.
You know what?
My phone got ringing about Beasley. They said, Alderman Tillman, they said the rats are over here at Beasley. Come over here. I just got a text from somebody else said, should we meet you at Beasley? No, I'm not coming to Beasley, y'all.
Look, y'all, but let me tell you what. See, this is what happens, Charles, when there is a free black media that will tell the stories of black folks. Who would have ever thought that Beasley? Do you understand the legacy of Beasley is now a rat trap too? Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Talk of Chicago. When we come back, Charles, you done did it again. You got Jesse Jackson coming out of retirement. He heard you yesterday. He had something he wanted to say. He ain't gone yet. It's 8:31 on the Talk of Chicago. We'll be back.
Live from the WVON newsroom, here's our news now.
Cloudy and 43. Temperatures are going to drop down.
Charles, you got the camera.
Today. Good morning. I'm Annette Flournoy, and here's what's happening. Parents at Mollison Elementary School in Bronzeville are outraged following reports and sightings of rodents.
Hit me, Charles.
Clay,
Ben.
WVON
host and former city councilwoman Alderman Dorothy Tillman joined the parents in protest yesterday. She tells Mason Charles this morning that CPS hired men who blocked parents from entering the building and even intimidated mothers who were there to pick up their children's homework.
Those men protecting these black children, coming in saying, well, we agree, let's close it out. They show no love, no respect. And some black women were there too, came from CPS. They dispatched everything they had under the sun. You'd have thought we had a little war going on.
She says children should not be in class today until the building is exterminated and cleaned. In a press release, CPS says it is safe to be in the building, and during the holiday break, there will be more intensive treatments with the students out of the building. A Chicago police officer is heading to prison for 5 years for firing 16 shots at a group of kids on a joyride in an alleged stolen car. Acting U.S. Attorney Joel Levin.
This was a case where a police officer knowingly violated civil rights of the people who were in that car on that day.
The incident was captured on dashcam video back in December of 2013. The sentencing judge called Marco Pirano's actions unjustified and also said it was a
we got dead air, right? Yeah, I'm reading some comments. Yeah.
Chicago aldermen are expected to approve Rahm Emanuel's 2018
Well, you got to file this one away. Y'all got to
spending
file
plan
this one
raises
away.
taxes for
Definitely.
a sixth time in 7 years.
Because it looks like there's going to be
His budget
school
includes
today
a 20-cent hike for
at,
Uber and Lyft rides and a $1.10 a month increase in the 911 phone tax.
Despite all this,
and legendary singer and actress Della Reese
another
died
act
at
of
the age
disrespect.
86. She passed away at her California home on Sunday.
Disrespect.
I am sincere when I say this. I am awfully glad to be back here.
She started out singing in famous jazz clubs in the 1950s and gospel music. She's also was an ordained minister. Her television and film career
we haven't
spans
played
over
any
6
Della
decades.
Reese, have we?
She received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1994. That's a look at our news now on 1690 WVON. Sports, traffic, and weather up next. WVON News Time, 8:34.
Okay, kids, 1, 2, happy birthday.
Oh no, the lights went out. Now what?
No worries. Dad has glow sticks.
Yay!
And we have the comment. It's easy. It'll let us know when the power should be back on. Besides, we do have candles.
That's what I thought you were
You should
gonna
pay some Della Reese.
Yeah, well, I was gonna do it last, but yeah.
Which one
you want? For restoration times, which one you want? And more.
Compared to what?
Powering lives.
This is an important message. I'm attorney Ernest B. Fenton is heard each Saturday, noon to 1 on the Social Justice Hour. Don't let the government win. If you don't protect your house, the government might just be moving in. And if you don't protect your cash, it's the government who may end up spending it. Don't have your family in probate court fighting over your assets with creditors.
Oh my God.
We can beat the government and the court, but you can't wait.
What's up, y'all? It's time. Quitting love. So I'm gonna tell you, Christy Harbor, this is this. You keep doing this. Supposed to be in studio. All right, y'all. Take a moment. Share the broadcast. What's up? Who's out there? Y'all still rocking with us? What up, Craig Nash? What up, Celine? Morning, DS. Oh, yup. Oh, it's on 32 right now.
This sports report is brought to you by Boys and Girls Club of America. It's 3 p.m. School's out for America's kids. And when school's out, clubs are in. It's time to support the Boys and Girls Clubs. Visit greatfutures.org. WVON traffic and weather now.
ETA reporting some delays. Northbound Blue Line train standing at Western to account for problems.
What up, Monty? What up, Danica? Danita? What up, Steel Stovall? What up, Anthony Muhammad? What up, Tucson? That's a good point, Tucson. What up, Sharon? What up, Amina? What up, Ralph? Stephanie? What up, Jamalita? What up, what up, Amina? What up? What up, Penelope? What up, Stephanie? What up, Donna? What up, Kahinde? What up, Denise? What up, Penelope? What up, Maria? What up, Guana Stamps? What up, Scene? Right, Salim, I agree that we all have exposed flames, but you can't be out here trying to mollywop mugs while you getting a paycheck from Rom, right? Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Top of Chicago, 1690 AM, as we do every day at the 8:30 break. It's Charles's Choice. Charles, take it away.
Hey, man, tribute to Della Reese, who transitioned at the age of 86. And, man, what a career. You know, she's Chicago's very own Della Reese. You know that she was a protege of Mahalia Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
That's how she
I did not know that.
That's how she got the game.
You know what my favorite thought, Della Reese, is? Y'all gonna get mad at me, y'all. But do you remember when you shot my pinky toe off?
Oh, that was the best.
You shot my... That's from
Quick, you hit like a...
That was also the show. Also the movie where the champ came from. Why you pointing at me, man? Hey, man, let me tell my joke. Let me do my joke.
Okay.
Let me do my joke.
My name is Bennett.
I'm going to get that white... Ladies and gentlemen, respect to Della Reese. You know, Charles, also the granddad from the Cosby Show, and I don't have his name in front of me. Put that up for me, Todd, if you can get that for me. The grandfather from the Cosby Show also passed. You know, Charles, I think we got one more out there that, you know, I think they come in threes, so I'm sure that there are a lot of people with their fingers crossed. Speaking of fingers crossed, so Charles, you know, yesterday, I almost feel like you came in here, you were somber, you were thoughtful, and I was like, man, I feel something. You was like, you know, Brother Mays, I'm telling you, Mays, I had a reflective weekend, and I thought back, and the great Reverend Jesse Jackson may be pulling back from public life, and where will we be? And Charles? Seems like he heard you. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm sorry. Charles, we're going to go back to that conversation. I just realized that we have on the line one of Chicago's very own entrepreneurs. But beyond being an entrepreneur, he has decided to give back. He started this tradition last year. He's going to do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WVON morning show from Turkey Chop, Mr. Quentin Love. Quentin Love, welcome to the WVON morning show. Now, Quentin, I'm going to tell you something, man. You're supposed to be in the studio, brother. And we don't see you here. So it's a figment of our imagination. But we want you to tell us what you got going on, man.
Well, first of all, I'm trying to get over this cold. That's one thing.
Okay.
Secondly, I'm giving away 2,000 turkeys on Wednesday and 2,000 hot meals on Thursday. I want you all to come out and support
Let's make Chicago proud.
So, Quentin, you're giving away 2,000 turkeys? Where are you getting 2,000 turkeys from, brother?
I don't even know.
You know what? Let me tell y'all what. So, Quentin, your publicist, Christy with an I, called and said, hey, Maze, she stalked me all weekend. I got to get Quentin on. He's doing such good stuff. And I said, what is he doing? She said, he's giving away turkeys. I said, I want to come help give away turkeys. She was like, great. Can you bring 10 with you? I was like, dang. So the fact of the matter is, Quentin Love has decided that he is going to give away 2,000 turkeys, whether he has to pay for them himself or whether we all contribute. So, Quentin, where are you at in your turkey count right now, brother?
I think I'm only at 1,000 now. I need a lot more money to get to the 2,000. But I'm steady pushing. I'm steady pushing. I'm steady pushing. But no matter what, regardless of what happens, it'll be a line outside. It'll be a lot of smiling faces, a lot of love shown, and it's going to be an amazing day. So absolutely, it's Wednesday at noon.
And where do people go to get these turkeys?
3506 West Chicago Avenue, Turkey Chop. It's on the west side. The west side. You ever been on the west side before?
Hey, brother, I live on the west side. Thank you very much.
Where you live at?
Man, you think I'm about to tell these people? The green team is already stalking me.
Hey, the green's every team, man.
But I'm gonna tell. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna try and see if I can come by and drop off some turkeys. I might come help you pass some out on Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe even come help you serve some hot meals. Now, tell us about these 1,000 hot meals you give away.
Oh yeah, that's so we do this every Monday. We give away 1,000 meals every Monday from 12 to 3. We've been doing this since 2014. Right now, we have reached over 150,000 people that we have impacted. And unfortunately, the number continues to grow. But we're thankful to be able to provide hot meals for anybody that's in need.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that is Quentin Love on Wednesday. You can pick, if your family needs a turkey, you can pick it up. Now, Quentin, are these turkeys gonna be thawed, man? Because turkey. It take a couple days for the turkey to thaw. And if you saying pick it up on Wednesday, how much time do I have to season it? Hey, man, and let me ask you a question. Because Quentin, tomorrow we got Harold's coming in here. And they are bringing us a fried turkey. They bringing us a turkey wings, fried hard, with salt, pepper, and mild sauce on them. And we are going to eat it right here live online. But
the bread got to be hard on the bottom, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Quentin.
You know how it is.
I know how it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Quentin Love. He is the owner of Turkey Chop. Hey, man, you said you feed 1,000 people every Monday. Man, that's
a lot of people. You got to come out and see sometimes. The line is amazing.
Quentin, let me tell you, I got a restaurant background, so I might come over there and make it a plan once a month to come out and help you do the service because I always want to give back. But I appreciate brothers that we like to ask the question, what's in it for the black people, but we love more than asking the question, giving people an answer. So Quentin Love, tell people how they can get their turkey, they can get a hot meal on Thanksgiving, or where they can come to just get their free meal on Mondays.
Well, they can come to the west side. If you live on the west side, you're good. If you not, just drive on over, catch the bus, catch that Chicago Avenue bus, get off at St. Louis, 3506 West Chicago Avenue. That's about Chicago Avenue and Holman. You will see the sign that says Turkey Chop. You'll see the line outside. Get in it. It may be long, it may be short, and you will get your turkey. You get your turkey, and it will be partially unsawed. So you can be ready to put in the oven on Thursday morning. And then if you want a hot meal, you can come back Thursday afternoon at 12 and get a hot meal.
Let me tell you something. Turkey. Let me just say this. Quentin, if they get the turkey on Wednesday, let the other people eat on Thursday. You make your turkey on Wednesday. Let's spread this around. Because, brother, we know you ain't got it. I know you're doing it and the Lord is blessing you. But we got to make sure that we spread this around. Because, black folks, they be like, let me get 3 turkeys. We want you to get 1 turkey, 1 meal, help the people. Ladies and gentlemen, Quentin Love from Turkey Chop.
Go to turkeychop.com, helpturkeychop.com and donate.
Okay, we will go to turkeychop.com. If you want to donate anything to help this cause, please do so. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Talk of Chicago, 847. We'll be back.
More of the morning show with Ben Jackson coming up on the Talk.
Turkey chop. Yeah, I think I might go serve some meals. I think that would be a good thing. Make my kids go serve some meals too.
That'd be a excellent thing.
I think that Monday thing though might be something that I'm on anyway. I think I might. You know, I don't think we're gonna do anything. You know what I want to do for Thanksgiving, y'all?
Pardon?
I want to do absolutely nothing. I feel like I really want to. If I don't go out to dinner, like, is there a way to order dinner in for Thanksgiving and just not do anything?
That might be difficult.
Yeah, maybe
You don't feel like cooking, huh?
I don't feel like doing anything. I don't want to get dressed. I want to be able to walk around the house in my pajamas, watch TV, eat, sleep, and not do anything because I feel like I never stop, ever. And Thanksgiving is a day where if you're at home, nobody asks you to go do or whatever, right? I don't want to get dressed up. I just want to sit with my wife and watch movies and catch up on all the shows that we have missed for the last year. We got about 5 series we could just binge watch.
Yeah, Mary and I did that a couple of years ago. We just binge watched for 3 days.
Man, me and Carrie, that when we first started dating, we'll be like, oh, you watch one more? You want to watch one more? Man, when we first saw House of Cards, we was like, you want to watch one more? Okay, one more. Next thing you know, it'll be the whole day. Then we got on, what did we get on? We got on Orange is the New Black. We haven't saw that. I brought Carrie up on Shameless. I put her up on Game of Thrones. I put her up on, I put up on all the HBO shows. Sons of Anarchy. Man, I'll never forget I showed her the first episodes of Sons of Anarchy. Man, we ain't leave the house. She was like, I gotta watch the whole, you know what? Binge watching is pretty dope. Like, when you got the whole season, a lot of times, I'll wait till the end of the season and just watch them all, right? So I could just have a day. But yeah, I think we gonna binge watch.
Do you have time for that?
I don't.
Damn, you're constantly moving.
I don't. That's why I'm saying, we, like, on these days like this, I just want to chill.
Where does Jesse write, man? Where was Jesse writing his, I ain't finished
Sometimes.
Yet. Huh?
Sometimes.
I don't see it. I don't see it online.
Man, now you know Jesse ain't got his online. You want paper.
Sometimes it's such a joke, man. I'm telling you, I'm getting so sick of this shit, man.
I'm still mad at the convicted nigga. I'm still tired of I'm mad at the convicted black man. Criminalize the criminal black man filter. Shh, just make it darker. Can y'all take a moment and shut the broadcast? Dang, Julian said rats should be delivered. I heard about those stories, Guana. What up, George Pearson? So, Tucson, you probably should just go to Dorothy Tillman's Facebook page. What up, Amina?
You're gonna want me
for your guy
to really want you.
See, that's a Me Too case.
When I'm in
that's Me Too right there. See?
With somebody new. You expect me to be true and to go right on loving you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned in to the Talk Chicago 1690 AM. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my main man, Charles Thomas. Charles, I don't know where the time goes, but it is almost up. But I felt like we could not get out of this show without addressing your concerns yesterday, because the good Reverend said, Reverend Jesse Jackson said, he ain't through yet. He still got fighting to do.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's going to fight for as long as he can fight. I mean, that's his spirit. It's indomitable. Is that the word? I mean, you're just not going to stop Jesse Jackson from fighting as long as Jesse Jackson is able to put his 2 feet on the ground. But he did say that he does have Parkinson's disease, and at 76 years old,
he said
it could be very degenerative.
He said he had it. He's been noticing the signs for 3 years, but he finally decided to check it out. Now, I'm not going to be funny acting. This Me Too thing, man, I'm just telling you. I'm saying the timing. I ain't going to trip. I'm saying...
I mean, I can't. I mean, I think he's ill. He has it, and that is the reason that he's bowing out, not because of...
He's not bowing out, is what he said, though.
Well, I mean, he's going to have to, but he is bowing out to whatever degree. He says he's got to take care of himself. He's not going to be as active as he has been. And the concern I have is whether or not the Rainbow Push Coalition can be as effective as it has been without him at its head every day.
Charles, I was thinking about that question yesterday. I kind of think Jonathan Jackson has been doing his thing for a minute. Now, do you get to be your father? No. But y'all going to be mad at me. I'm going to use the Joel Osteen comparison. But Joel Osteen had his father, and people was like, oh, he never. And then Joel went on and exceeded his dad.
Yeah, I never heard of Joel Osteen's father until Joel Osteen came on the scene, to be honest with you. Right. I mean, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, I mean, that is a different story. I mentioned to you yesterday about him being there on the scene, on the balcony at the Lorraine Motel when everything happened. Then you go back to Operation Breadbasket and his 2 unsuccessful presidential runs, which there would be no Barack Obama had there not been a Jesse Jackson to basically work the field in 1984 and 1988. The reason we have a Southern strategy today in the Democratic Party is because of the work that the Reverend Jesse Jackson did in organizing Democrats in the South. After the white Democrats left and went Republican, Jesse is the reason that black Democrats organized in the South, and Democratic candidates like Barack Obama took advantage of that in 2008.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree, and I tell you that Jesse Jackson, people give Jesse Jackson a lot of grief because of the way of his tactics sometimes. But I would tell you that Jesse Jackson was a pioneer and kicked down a lot of doors and opened up a lot of stuff for a lot of people. And I noticed when I saw all those activists, I keep thinking back to Black Friday. And I keep thinking of them shouting them down and running them out of here. Yo, Tom, get your black. And I just think about watching all of them. And the fact of the matter was they didn't want to get rid of the Jesse Jackson model. They just wanted to be Jesse Jackson. They wanted to show up and get the same love at 21-3 that it took him till 76, 7, 8 to get to. Mm-hmm. And so I think that one of the things we got to look at in this Jesse Jackson thing is the longevity and the things that we take for granted now that did not exist. And some of the fights that we've had that would not have occurred if he wasn't there.
And Jesse Jackson was so instrumental during the 1980s in leading black people, basically making sure we are Democrats now. Jesse Jackson sort of fell on his sword and took himself out of any negotiation with, say, the Bush administration or and later, even now, because he committed to the Democratic Party as a civil rights leader, which, I mean, there's some problems with that today because now, we're so solidly Democrat, they take advantage of us. And we talk about that all the time. But Jesse was a key figure in that movement to make black folks Democrats.
Let me say this. I'm going to say that while we have the people can say whatever they want to say about Reverend Jackson, but I'm going to suggest that black folks, while we got him, Give them your flowers. Give me my roses while I'm here. So let's start thinking about how we can celebrate this black leader and icon. You know, everybody's got hiccups. Everybody had things that have happened in the past. But if somebody wrote your story based on a hiccup as compared to your whole novel, I think we'd have a different perspective of history. So shout out to Reverend Jesse Jackson. And we hope that you know, that strength and wellness follow you, and that this will
He was
just
a
be
defining persona.
He still is.
20th century.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's when his heyday was. I think the Obama administration, diminished him a lot. Because they didn't
the Obama administration diminished black folks a lot.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the WVON morning show. Hey man, we're gonna have a little light show tomorrow, man. We're not going deep.
Charles, recipes?
We talking recipes. You know what? My mama is coming tomorrow.
She's gonna be on the show?
She gonna be on the show. Oh, Mama Jackson, let me tell you, Mama Jackson has been a little upset with the language that I've chosen, and the person.
She that Facebook Live.
She you know that, but she also is like, you know, I've invested a lot of money in your education. You use a lot of these, that's, and those,
and Arab
stoves, and I think, man, she is coming. I hope I don't get a whooping on air. That's what, because my mama will still, look, every day, my mama calls, did you hear your brother?
Mama Jackson gonna be here?
Right here in the studio.
Oh my
mama, and we got fried turkey, salt, pepper, mild, fried
heart. Have some sides on that turkey, man.
Hey man, we gonna have turkey with coleslaw. You know that. Man. Think about it, man. It's tomorrow, y'all. It's the WVON morning show. You want some yams? Hey man, bring some. Let's have a potluck. What you got? Ladies and gentlemen, man, tell us about your cooking sauce on your turkey. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Top of Chicago. For Annette Flournoy in the newsroom, for the musical conductor of the Soul Plane, for my main man, Charles Thomas, I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Ladies and gentlemen, until tomorrow, we're out of here. And if you don't like it, you can tell them. Mace said we out of here. Peace.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned. I'm telling you now. Tomorrow is going to be a classic show. A really big show. Do you understand what it means when my mama come in the building? My mama is on fire.
Oh man, great sage. Great sage. They gonna take it to us.
Hey,
take it to us, man. He gonna be on Harold Davis today.
Hey man, why y'all take it to me? I didn't say your name.
No man, I mean, you know.
Again, and it's like, what? Again, why is beef the answer? Pick up the phone.
Why do we fight each other?
Hey man,
all the time. I mean, you know, we end up fighting each other.
Can I tell you what's happening, Charles?
You know, it's just.
Can I tell you what's happening? This is what's happening. There's been a lot of rackets and a lot of people. It's like there's been nobody to ask any questions ever. So, like, you could just play 3, 4, 5 sides and nobody knows anything, right? And so then what happens is you get used to being able to just say whatever, and because you got some established credibility, you can say whatever without anybody asking you a question, right? Like, you see how people was like, yo, man, that brother, no way. It's impossible that it could be. And then you go to an event like yesterday, and you like, wait, hold on. Like, I never knew at all that that's what the deal was. Right? You know how you don't know what people do? You just know. And then all of a sudden, and because I know how that call goes, so when there's, depending on what department, there's the team. So all of the people, so like you'll see like a Mayberry, but they put together a team and they say, this is the crisis response team for this area, right? So then that's when you see all of the people raise their heads from the standpoint of, oh, wait, what? Because, you know, when you see, wait, you the police? Oh, no. And so it's like, you ain't got to go at Mays and Charles.
Yeah, but Greg has been fairly, I mean, I guess a lot of people know, but a lot of people don't know. More people don't know. Because they look at the black leadership thing on Monday night or whatever, and they hear that piece, but they don't know that there is no independence when it comes to your 9 to 5.
But and so that's why I always say before anybody calls anybody a sellout, right? I'm not mad at you because you work for Ron. I mean, because you work for CPS. Everybody gotta eat.
I ain't either.
Right? Everybody gotta eat.
I don't even question the brother's sincerity because he works at CPS. I don't.
But let me tell you,
I really
he'll question your sincerity because you didn't get a press release, and so you just supposed to know. So, again, no need to go at me because I ain't never said nothing.
Well,
and we didn't.
I would have said it anyway.
Huh?
I would have said it.
Well, no. Here's my point. Here's my point about going at me. My premise is all we doing is telling the story that happened, right? I didn't tell you to show up and do what dude said. I was like, wait. When I saw the video, I was like, hold on, dog. Weren't you just checking me on Facebook telling me how I was bogus about not covering the ministers you did? And I was like, man, brother, all you had to do was send me a press release or send me a text or do it in the feed. And I'm saying, man, brother, just let me know. Don't go to Facebook and try and put me on blast and be like I'm a sellout. Just say, man, the minister got a press conference today. So understand now when you came at me like that, I'm thinking you're the nation fruit.
Right.
Right?
That you represent the nation.
Right. So what am I supposed to think? Like y'all be, see, man, it's all, just tell me what the play is. I'll run the play. But you got to tell me what the play is. If I didn't know you was on the team, how was I supposed? I'm sorry, I was shocked. I was like, whoa. You know how that works? You be like, damn, I ain't know you was the feds. I'm not saying you the feds, see, but I'm just saying. See, man, that's why y'all got to stop calling people names. Because you start calling people names and the next thing you know.
Apparently.
Oh, well, keep on.
This afternoon, they going to go at us. They're going to go in on us, man.
On
Harold Davis' show, he gonna go in on us.
I'm gonna invite Harold Davis
he said,
on
get
the show.
your coffee and tea.
Right, but look, let me
go in on them Negroes.
Let me tell you, look, so again, let me explain this to you, Charles. This is the beef, this is called the hip-hop rap beef culture. So what happens is, the way people, if they're not getting stick on what they say, then what they do is they go try and get a fight with the biggest guys so that we'll say your name. That's why I ain't say no names. So that then they could be like, see, they was talking about me. And I'm just, hey, bro, you got to do what you got to do. They got me with that. I got caught up on that distraction one time. You going to post, you going to say what you going to say. It's nothing I can do to change that. I'm going to just keep on fighting and keep on showing up and keep on pushing the envelope. But the question I would ask to anybody that listens to today, is the goal to build or to break? If his goal is to build, then by all means, listen. If the goal is to break, what is the goal to break and who is it the goal to break for? Then you connect the dots and you say where the check come from. Don't play. All right. We can start talking logic if you want to. Y'all don't want no logic, though. Y'all just want to stay emotional. That's what they count on. Holla back. Peace.